You see the Looker architecture window where you see agile modeling layer, Looker, and all that, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll start with the Looker architecture. Again, it's not that you should know this in and out, but this will help you in designing things, designing explores and the models in Looker once you get the requirement. So basic understanding of architecture is important. The architecture is not complex. It is divided into three layers basically. The top layer, the front end, is what the end users will be working or they will be interacting with for accessing data or creating the visualizations and all that. So you see the web interface part here. That is
Okay.
what your end users will be using
Okay.
because they want to consume the data that is present or that you have brought in Looker. So they will be managing or looking at that part. Embedding is another story where what you can do is, let's say you have your own web portal, your company's web portal, and you want to embed or bring your Looker dashboards or reports into that web portal. So even that is possible in Looker
Oh,
because if yeah,
yeah, when you say portal, right? You mean the internal.
I'll tell you. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's say you have your own website, right? The
Oh.
company has its own website,
Uh-huh.
and what happens is you don't want to like because you can't give access or you can't end user basically is not used to Looker. Even though front end is easier, like they can do drag and drop all of that, but because Looker you have to log in, you have to like you'll have your own credentials, you will log in, and then you can consume the data, do the analysis. But if you
Okay.
don't want to go that way, whatever reports that are present in Looker, you want to directly show on your website to the
Okay.
particular user. Even that is possible. So what
Okay.
we can do is we can embed our dashboard or reports into our website. That is done through coding. Again, this does not fall under the Looker developer role. Some .NET developer or C# developer who knows like iframe, JavaScript, they can do this. But Looker provides this functionality. So
Okay.
what happens is the dashboard that is present on your Looker instance that will be available on your website as well, and it
Okay.
functions almost similar. You can
Okay.
apply the filters, you can do the visualizations and all of that. So that
Okay.
is known as embedding.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Web interface, the first part is self exploration, as in, let's say there are 10 fields in my database table. I've brought in all those 10 fields in Looker. And now one user is analyzing based on state, someone is analyzing based on country, someone else is analyzing based on category. So there is no dependency. You've provided them everything in the first place. So they are just consuming the field that you have created. On top of it, they will create
Okay.
the visualizations that they need. And let's say after creating the visualization, I want to share it with my leaderships. So I can
Mhm.
export the data. Exporting can be in the form of CSV, it can be in the form of PDF as well. And there are many other export types.
Okay.
Accordingly, I will export my data. Uh, on top of it, you can also schedule the data. We'll see
Okay.
that in scheduled delivery. But for web interface, just understand that you can have the PDF format, the CSV or Excel, all of that is possible. Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Moving to scheduled delivery, again, this is one of the important part. Let's say I am Looker developer, I created everything, I created the dashboard, I created the reports. Of course, my like the board members, they want to see the data, but they won't come to Looker, log in, and then see the data. I can schedule the reports. Like every day, 8 a.m., I want this, my daily performance dashboard or this business dashboard to be sent out to my board members so they can understand how business is performing and where are we as part of like numbers are concerned. So
Okay.
that schedule is also possible.
It is same as email subscriptions, right?
Correct. Yeah. It
Okay.
is not only restricted to email. There are
Okay.
multiple other ways you can schedule your data.
Okay.
Uh, so what happens is email is very straightforward, very simple. Like every day 8 a.m. The email will be sent out and they can see the data.
Mhm.
But there are other ways. If you
Okay.
know Amazon, AWS, there is known as concept called as in AWS cloud is buckets, which is S3 bucket. So on server, there is a bucket created. Consider it as a container or a folder. In that
Oh,
folder, every day your report will be dumped date
yeah.
wise.
Oh, okay.
So that is also possible. Another way how you can deliver your data is through SFTP.
Okay.
So you have your SFTP folder, the credentials, of course, you need the username and credentials. Once you schedule it through SFTP, that will be delivered on SFTP folder. The
So
report.
it will be delivered as a image or like a not like a live.
File, file.
Okay. Okay. Like a
Consider
date.
it as a CSV file. Yeah.
Okay. 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 Got it.
The last part is through REST API. So we can create the REST API keys, the API keys in Looker. Again, this is not widely used, but this is also one of the ways you can share your data. So I'm not sure if you have used Slack earlier. It is very much similar to Microsoft Teams. Now, let's say I want to. There are some groups on my Slack channel. Consider this as a WhatsApp. There are some
Mhm.
WhatsApp groups, and every day, like
Mhm.
instead of sharing it to individual user, I want to share it on that WhatsApp group. That
Channel.
delivery also is possible through
Okay.
REST API. You can
Mm.
configure it and you can deliver it. Okay.
Okay.
Any questions in this top layer front end?
I'm fine.
Then comes the middle layer or agile modeling layer. This is where you will be working as a Looker developer. Majority of the things we handle here in the agile modeling layer. This includes writing your code, which is in LookML. This is where we will create our dimensions, our measures, will bring our views, and all of the Looker modeling will do in this agile modeling layer.
Okay.
The Git version control, because I don't know if we covered this on demo session, but what Looker provides, another unique kind of USP Looker provides is it provides Git version control. When I say Git version control, consider there is a feature and there are three tickets created for that feature, which are not dependent on each other. Those are independent. Now, one way is one developer will work on the first one, deploy it, then work on the second, deploy it, then work on the third, which is not efficient way because we are overutilizing the time. If we have three developers and there are three different tickets, all of them can work in parallel because Looker allows Git version control. So what happens is we'll cover this in detail when we cover the version control part. But what happens is each developer can write their own code, they can test it, and they can deploy turn by turn. So it won't be like one is waiting for the other and the task is delayed just because there are three different tickets. You're getting my point, right?
Okay. So
So
you mean this will come when like a dashboard is in the development or
not dashboard. Consider this as you got a new requirement
okay.
where there are three different tables:
Um,
orders,
yes.
sales, and maybe something department. Now you
Mm-hmm.
are expected to work on orders table where you want to bring orders table to Looker. You want to create those dimensions and measures.
Mm-hmm.
Other one, sales table, other guys expected to bring that sales table in Looker and do all that dimension measures and modeling. In that case, you both of you can work parallelly. It won't be like, because ultimately in production the code needs to go like it should be in sync, right? Even your changes and the other developer changes should be deployed in production, so it is in sync. You'll understand this better when I show you the version control how it works, because we'll see the example as well. Let's say I'm having this requirement, the other one is having other requirement, how the code is visible to other developer and all of that. But for now, just understand the version control part is also present in the agile modeling layer where Looker developer basically works. Is that
Oh,
clear?
so this one like once data model is created, right? So that can be used
Yes.
between multiple developers. That's what you.
Correct. Yes, yes.
Okay, so that is the same. Okay, yeah.
So have you used Git earlier, Git or any other repository?
No, in Tableau it is like that, right? So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Right.
so okay.
Tableau Power BI, we don't have that. This is another, like I told you, USP provided, like available in Looker. So
Oh,
we'll cover that. Don't worry. It's not that difficult. It's just that basically it is known as version controlling. I'll show you how it works when multiple developers are working in there. Okay.
oh, okay.
Second is JDBC connections. As I told you, you can connect your Looker instance to any of the SQL databases. It can be your Google BigQuery, SQL Server, Snowflake, Redshift, anything. So the
Okay.
connection building part also falls under the agile modeling layer.
Okay.
The last part, user management and security. Uh, if you know, like the admin part of Tableau or admin part of Power BI, user management, as in you don't want everyone to see everything. Let's say if you have five users in Looker, you don't want everyone to see data for every dashboard or every report that is present. Some part of it might be only for leaderships, some part of it might be only for leads, and rest everything will be for like all of them. So that user management part you can handle through the user management and security thing. This falls under the Looker admin role. We'll
Oh,
cover that also. This is just a high level FYI. Like that also falls under the agile model.
okay.
Any questions?
No, I'm fine.
The last part, the backend layer, whatever you explore in Looker. Uh, let's say I have a dashboard. I'm running that dashboard. Behind the scenes for that dashboard, a SQL is generated automatically by Looker. So that's why I told you, like basic understanding of SQL is important. You don't have to write even a single line of code or like a single line of SQL. But I'll show you how Looker generates the SQL on its own. So whenever I run anything, SQL is generated. It is triggered or sent to my SQL database.
Okay, okay.
Once that query is executed, the result is fetched, and then in response, the result is sent back to Looker. So consider this as a request response. SQL is sent as a request, and the result set is sent out as a response.
Okay.
Any questions?
No.
Okay. And backend, as I told you, it can be any SQL database. You can't connect your Excel directly in Looker Original. In Looker Studio, we can. But right now, the architecture that we are looking at is limited to Looker Original. Okay. So any SQL database, SQL Server, BigQuery, Redshift, you can connect to Looker.
Okay, okay. Oh, Looker original can be connected to anything, right?
Looker Original can be connected to any SQL database. Looker Studio can be connected to Excel or your database or to the Looker Original schema, all of that.
Okay, okay.
Studio can be connected to anything. Looker Original can only be connected to SQL databases.
Okay. So when you say like Looker original and Looker Studio, right? So when is it subscription? Is like one subscription is enough for both? No, why I'm asking you is
Hmm.
like companies like Verizon, right? I'm working for Verizon, so they will take they will have the membership for both, or one subscription works with both.
Correct. So this depends on, there is no like a thumb rule or a generalized way. This depends whenever you guys have a contract with Google Looker. That time there are some negotiations done. 90%, if they have subscription to Looker Original, they will provide you subscription to Looker Studio as well.
Okay.
That will be available.
As a developer, how do we know when to use Looker Studio or Looker Original when we have both?
As a developer, you will be using the Looker Original majority of the times because your code sits inside Looker Original. Your
Okay.
development, your LookML, everything sits inside the Looker Original. So majority, because you're not end user, right? You are
Oh,
the developer. End
developer.
user will be, yeah, end user will be using the Looker Studio majority of the times. But
Oh,
you as a developer will be using Looker Original only because you have to write the code and everything.
okay. That will be my next next question. How end user will look? Okay, so it doesn't matter if we create using Looker Original or Studio. It will be same for end user, right?
Yeah, for end user it doesn't matter. Like they are not interested in knowing from where my data is coming, whether it is coming from my CSV file, from some other database, or from Looker Original schema. So that
Okay, so
they
they
are least bothered about it. Yeah.
okay, got it. Okay,
Okay. So now I'll show you how to log into our Looker instance or Looker labs because that is where we'll be practicing things, right?
okay.
I'll share one URL with you in the chat.
Mm,
If you have connected and if you want to do this parallelly, so can do it. I'll show you how to connect.
I'm actually trying to open. So it says BI and analytics with Looker. So start learning
Correct.
path.
Uh,
Start learning path.
yeah. So start learning part, you will see that in section 1 using custom fields in Looker explores. Do you see that?
Yeah, I.
There,
Uh,
yeah.
mhm.
Below that there will be start lab. Click on start lab.
Oh, okay. Start learning.
Okay. I will see start lab again in green and it will be written 45, which means this lab is valid for 45 minutes.
45 minutes, and it says get
Yeah.
started. Test and share your
Click
knowledge.
on click on start lab. I'm not a robot. Select that
So
images.
we.
You see that open Looker option now?
Yeah, how to start your lab and sign into Looker.
Correct.
So
So click on open Looker. Once you click on start lab, if you see on my screen, this is how your window will look like.
one second, actually, where is it start? It is not giving me option to open.
Open Looker, if you see that option, click on that, no worries.
Reads and time. The timer starts when you click on start lab. But why it is not? Oh, this one. Okay.
Yes. And now click on open Looker. Okay. It will take you to another window. Enter those that credentials, username and password. You've just shared one tab, that's why I'm not able to see the other tab, but I hope you are able to log in and you see the Looker homepage.
Oh yeah.
Let me,
Oh,
let
I
me
need.
pause it.
So yeah, one. Which is that developer one in this?
Yeah, you have to turn on the development mode. Bottom left, you see that development mode tab.
Where is it? Bottom left.
Bottom left, development mode, there is a toggle there, right?
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now this is, you are in your development mode right now.
Okay.
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 This is how you will log into our Looker instance.
Okay.
Okay.
Got you.
Yeah, you can stop sharing your screen. Share my screen again. Okay. Can you see Looker homepage now?
Yes.
This will be exactly similar to your Looker instance, your company's Looker instance. It's few changes here and there. I told you. One of them is the logo might be different. The company's logo will be present. There will be some blocks available at this right corner, which where I'm highlighting right now here.
Okay.
But 90% of the UI will remain exactly similar.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So you said some boxes, right? What will they be? Is it like a company logo?
Some information like this dashboard represent this, or this is how you need to self-serve, or you'll get the information, some basic FYI container information You'll see here.
Okay.
No functionality changes.
Oh,
Functionality wise, component wise, everything will be similar.
oh,
Now, whenever you log into a Looker instance, this is what you will see. And by default, the development mode will be off. You won't be like development mode. You won't be in the development mode. By default, it is off. You have to, if you want to make some changes, write some code, we have to turn on the development.
okay.
We are not going there today because again, we'll cover that in some others like in coming sessions. Today we are going to understand the components that are available on our Looker homepage. What
Okay.
does that mean and what does that signify? Your end user, again, will be understanding things from our developer point of view and end user point of view, because whatever we are developing, ultimately someone has to consume it, otherwise there's no point, right?
Yes.
So end user, for end user, the explore is the starting point. So
Okay.
let me show you. Whenever I click on explore, I see all this. I see order items, events, this airports, flights, and all of that. For our understanding, I'll click on the order items. Once I enter this explore order items, name of the explore is order items, you will see three tabs here: filters, visualization, and this data tab.
Okay.
Now, how this works is, I told you, right? Looker will write its own SQL. So I'll show you here how it writes its own SQL. You have basic understanding of SQL, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So now I want to, like, a very, very vague or very basic example here. I want to understand my order count. Like, what was my order count based on the order status?
Mhm.
So I'll pull the status field first. So in Tableau it is drag and drop. Here it is clicks. So I click the status. So if you see in result, the order status field has, like, you'll see populating here. Once I
Mhm.
click on, I see all the order statuses: cancelled, complete, processing, returned. Now, what Looker did behind the scenes? Looker wrote its own SQL:
Okay.
select field name from table name and group by order by all of them. Okay.
Okay. Mhm.
Along with this, let me add order count as well, and you will see how the SQL is modified automatically. See, it added the count as well.
Mhm. Okay.
If along with that you want to add date as well, let me add date. Again, the SQL will be modified and Looker will consider date as
Okay.
well. This is very simple SQL, but Looker can also write complex SQLs on its own. You don't have to worry. Only you have to do the drag and drop. That's it. Looker
Oh.
writes its own SQL behind the scenes.
Oh, okay.
Let me remove this date again. The SQL is modified, and again, once I click on run, so you know basic dimensions and measures, right? Like what are
Yes.
dimensions, what are measures? Yeah.
Mhm.
Similarly, also we have so date, status, user ID, all of those are dimensions. So
Conscious.
that's why they are mentioned under the dimension category. Sale price, order count, revenue, all of those are measures. That's why they are mentioned under the measures category.
Okay.
Now, when I clicked on run, I got the output. For cancelled, there are like 5K records. For complete, there are 150,000 records and all of that.
Oh.
So this I'm showing you from end user point of view. Once they click on explore, they go to the explore they are interested in. They will select the fields that they want.
Oh, so for end users, it is going to look like this.
Yes, for end users, they will see the explores will look like this. The dashboards and report will look differently. So I'll
Okay.
show you as well once we touch that part.
Okay.
Because dashboards and report, you will show limited data, right?
Okay.
Let's say you've created the dashboard based on order status and you're showing the count. But let's say some other user is interested in knowing country and the region and the zone, and that based on those granularity, region, zone, and country, they want to see the data. So will you be creating new dashboards every time? No. What you can do is you can provide access to this Looker Explore for the end user. They will
Okay.
do the analysis. So this is known as self-service, self-service, self-serve. That is, The user will be serving their own request without any external dependency on the Looker developer. What will
Okay.
be your job? Whatever you see here, the fields, the dimensions, the measures, that you will handle in your LookML code. You will
Oh,
write code to bring these fields here.
okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay. So now I created this, like, as an user, I only interested in this status and order count. I wanted to understand the count. I got my answer. That's it. Done. My analysis is done. Now, like, going a step ahead, I want to create some visualizations. I can click on this visualization. I can click on the visualization. I'll see the visualization. I'll understand the share. Like, completed is 94%, cancelled is some 3% on all of it. Going one step ahead, I can schedule this. So again, we'll see all of this when we cover the dashboards and looks part. But as we are looking at the components, I'm showing you like how this works in real time. Or
Okay.
in, okay. Any questions on the explores?
This is a little bit confusing because
Okay.
I'm trying to connect with Tableau, right? So it,
It is if you like exactly do comparison between Tableau and Looker, like apple to apple, you will be confused because it still has some USP to offer, and that's why they exist in the market.
yeah,
Now,
no,
one
the
I told you, right? In Looker, the main USP was self-service.
okay.
So let me clear your confusion. I understand why this confusion is in place. I'll just show you one thing that will be clear. So this is my dashboard. Very much
Yeah,
to
yeah.
dashboard I have, or you might have created in Tableau.
Mm-hmm.
This dashboard where I have the KPIs, the visualizations, the bar graph, table chart, all of that. Okay, this is my dashboard. So you can compare this dashboard. This dashboard is exactly similar to a Tableau or Power BI dashboard.
Yeah.
Okay. As an end user, I can consume this as well, where I have the date filter, I have the state, I have the city, brand, I see the values, I see the visualizations, and all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now let's say I get a requirement where I want to do analysis based on region. I want to do analysis based on zone. I want to do analysis based on country. Now, as this dashboard is already created, I can't
Great.
do that here, right? As an end user.
Uh-huh.
Now, one thing I can do is I'll share the requirement with Looker developer. They will create another dashboard for me with that granularity and share it back with me in form of new dashboard. And then
Mm-hmm.
I consume that dashboard as well. Even that is possible if you are like end users are not techno savvy, they don't know stuff, we create for them. That is okay. But if they are like your finance team for that matter, your organization's finance team, they do analysis in like day in and day out on different parameters. Now, what you will do is you will share the explore with them, the explore that is created in Looker. So when I say you will be sharing explore with them, you don't have to share the explore link. What companies does is they onboard users to your Looker instance. They give access of the Looker instance to those folks. And once they get the access, they will log in, of course. Once they log in, they will see this homepage. Once they see this homepage, they will see the dashboard. They will see the reports. If they are not satisfied with this, they want some additional analysis. Only then they will click on Explore, go to the Explore, and do their own analysis.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Okay.
This way,
For that, they need to know which data model is used for that particular dashboard, right?
no, they don't need to know the data model. They
Oh,
just need the
they look.
Explore.
Okay, other items is the dashboard created, and then
Okay. uh, yeah, you will understand this. Like in coming sessions, we'll see what is the exact flow. We
Okay,
have
okay.
we have views. For
Okay,
now, don't. It's completely fine. You might be confused little bit. Don't
okay,
think much like how this is present here and how this will be created.
okay,
Just understand in simple terms.
okay,
Explores are used for self-service, self-analysis. You want to do like for n number of things. You want to analyze things on different granularity, different categories. For that, we will be consuming the explores. The as in the end users.
okay, got it.
Now, how this is present here, why only order items and events? What if I want to create new explore? That we will create as a local developer, that I'll show you in our coming sessions. We'll do practically. So, if you want to do parallelly, you can, or I'll show you in the sessions. It is recorded. You can refer that and create your own explores.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, don't worry about that. It's not that difficult.
Mm-hmm.
So once the explore part, this is like on very high level what explores are. I showed you like you select the fields, you select the dimensions, you select the measures, you select the visualization. Looker will create its own SQL. I showed
Okay.
you that how SQL is created.
Mm-hmm.
The develop. Now this is very important to us as a Looker developer. Many of the end users won't even see this option, develop option. They won't see the develop options because
Okay.
permissions are managed in a way, because they don't need to write a code, right? They don't need to manage the lookml stuff. So they won't see this option, but as a Looker developer, this is what we will be working majority of the times. So once you
Mm-hmm.
click on develop, you see three things here: content validator, SQL runner, and projects. Okay.
But in here, you are not in development mode, right? But still, you will
Yeah,
go
yeah.
to is the difference.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. Uh, right now, my development mode is off.
Okay.
That is nothing to do with this develop option. I'll
Oh,
still click on develop and I'll still see this.
okay.
What additional functionality we get once we turn on the development mode and once it is off, I'll show you that right now in a minute.
Okay.
So once you click on develop, you'll see three options here: content validator, SQL runner, and projects. For now, keep this content validator and SQL runner aside. It's something different. I'll show you that in coming session. Focus on the projects part.
Mm-hmm.
If you click on projects, there are two projects available as of now: QuickLab e-commerce and QuickLabs flights. The same thing you see here. Once you click on develop, you see two projects:
Yeah.
Labs e-commerce and Labs flight. Let's click on e-commerce. Now this is my backend where I'll be writing my code. Your lookable. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just focus on this order items view. Whatever you see here, okay, that is written by Looker developer. Now, don't worry, you don't have to write this single line of like dimension measure. You don't have to write it on your own. That is also automatically created by Looker. I'll show you that once we cover or touch base on that topic. What I want
Okay.
to show you as of now is once you go to develop one and then you go to your particular project, you will see the views that are present here. See, this is my order items view. To which table it is connected? This order items table. And it has all the dimensions, the measures that are present here. And if you see here at the top right corner, it says I'm in the read only mode. Okay.
Okay.
Which means if I want to make any changes here, let's say here in order item ID, I want to change the dimension name. If I type anything, it is not allowing me. It says you are only read only mode. If I want to make changes to my Looker code, then I have to turn on my development.
Oh, okay.
So now if I turn on my development mode, only then it will allow me to make some changes.
Okay. So
Before
I can see
I can
some.
do anything. Yeah.
Okay.
So as a developer, whenever we are making any changes, we have to turn on the development mode.
Okay.
Otherwise, we won't be able to edit the code.
Okay.
Okay? So that is the significance. Is that clear now? Like why we have that development mode?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay. Going back to our Looker homepage again. Content validator and SQL learner will touch base in our coming sessions once we know stuff like what are models, what are views. Once we cover that, Sam, then it would make more sense.
Okay.
Going to the admin part, Looker admin part I told you. So once you click on admin, this is again, this is just a trial instance. So you won't see all the options that are available to Looker admin here. I told you that. So I have some screenshots in the slide deck that will be shared with you. Looker admin can do many things. Like you can add onboard a new user, you can customize permissions for that users, you can restrict the data, you can add them to some different groups. All of that
Oh,
a Looker developer can, Looker admin can do. We'll cover that when we touch base on the Looker admin part. But
okay.
whenever and again, uh,
Mhm.
there are high chances that your organization won't give you the admin access. You will be working as a like Looker developer. So in that case, you won't see this admin option here.
Okay, but even though if we don't have admin option, how can we give like access to the like a particular business user,
Correct.
right? So,
Correct. So it's not your responsibility. If you're working as a Looker developer, you don't have to look for the access, like how will I grant access to business. What
uh,
happens is you are working as a Looker developer and the other business user or executives, they are onboarded to Looker by your Looker admin. They will be added to Looker as a new user. So they will have their own credentials. And once they log in as an
oh,
executive, they will see
oh,
this explore option, they will see the dashboard option and all of that. So you
oh,
don't have to explicitly share it with them. It is automatically shared because they have access to your Looker instance. So consider this as one container. Looker instance is one container. Your role is developer, another is business executive, and third one is Looker admin. What Looker admin is doing is they have provided your Looker instance access to both of you, the developer and the business executive. Only changes, you have access to develop the code, you have access to change the code, you have access to modify and all of that. The business executive is having access only to the explore and the dashboard that is present on your instance.
yeah, as soon as the dashboard is published, it will automatically
Correct. Correct. Exactly.
things
Yes.
will publish into the container. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
okay,
I'll show
okay,
you how to publish a dashboard. We can
okay,
consider like a file structure, folder structure. We have
okay,
folders created. Once the end user log into the instance, they will see the folder. Right now, you are seeing this folder, right? Lookable dashboard. And
Mhm.
I see there is one dashboard present here. Similarly, you can create multiple dashboards. Even that is possible. So
Okay,
our end user will click on Business Pulse. They will see the dashboard. They will do their analysis and things are
oh,
sorted. Okay. Okay. Uh, Homepage again. If you want to see your homepage, you click on this option, which is Home. Recently viewed, as it's like quite self-explanatory. What are the things that you recently viewed? So, and every section will have that caption, the description. This section lists the dashboards and look, yeah, you recently viewed. Okay. So whenever you view any content recently, that one will be viewed here. Is this clear?
okay. Favorites is like, oh,
The dashboard, the reports, whichever you see, that will be listed here in the recently viewed.
okay,
And let's say if you mark any of the dashboards as favorites, so what we'll do is, let me do this. This, sorry. So on your Looker commercial instance, you will see a heart icon here. If you want to mark your content as favorite, you will see
okay,
a heart,
will-
heart icon.
okay,
Once you do that, like mark as favorite, that content will be displayed under the favorite section.
Favorites. Okay.
Okay. So we have seen explore, develop, admin. We have seen home, recently viewed, and the favorites.
So,
Okay. In recently viewed, if you see here, right, you see that business pulse because we just saw the dashboard. That's why it is coming under the recently viewed section. Here,
okay.
favorites I told you. Now, boards part again, it is creating some different containers altogether and then adding your relevant dashboards and looks. We'll cover that after we have created our dashboard and report. Well,
Okay.
I'll show you what are boards, how you can place your content on boards.
Okay. I have one question here.
Please,
What is a view here and then versus dashboard?
where do you see view?
No, like when you go to develop more, right? So you said like a create view. So
Okay,
there are
got it.
views. The
Yeah, yeah,
this yeah, this one
correct. So
is
this is your
data.
packet.
Okay,
Consider this as a table, single table. Order item is one table. Views
okay,
means table. In Looker, they call it as views. Order item is one table. Events is another table. Here, this distribution center is another table. What we did is, as a developer, we brought all those tables into our Looker instance.
okay.
After bringing them, we did the data modeling. Now, what is data modeling basically? There might be some joining or common keys between them, right?
So this is not the joining the table here. It's just to create like a
Yeah, right.
each
This is
table.
just a table.
Okay, okay, okay.
This is just the individual table.
Okay,
Item is an
okay,
individual table here.
okay.
That table has multiple fields, right? So
Oh,
those are categorized as a dimension or measure.
okay, okay.
Where we are doing the joining part, again, I'll show you this in detail with example. Like I will do it together and it will be very clear. So don't worry. But I'm
When
just as you asked the question.
when we import a table, right? So when we give like connection to a table, right? So it will not take by default the same name as a table name here. As a like a view name can be
It will be it will
table.
take the default name as a table name. Yeah.
Oh, okay, 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 okay. Got you.
But
On
you can change it. You can change it. Even that is available.
okay, okay, got you.
And the joining part or the data modeling part, if you see here, like forget about the syntax, don't focus on the syntax or anything. Only thing like understand this from SQL point of view. This order items table is joined with users table. Okay, syntax is little different. Don't look at that. Just
Oh,
understand from SQL point of view. Order items table is joined with users table. The join type is left join or left outer. And what is the join key? The user ID is common between these tables. Correct? So that is how
oh,
I'm.
okay. In models, you can see the data modeling and then views. Okay, on the tables. Okay, got you.
Okay.
Mhm.
We'll create our own model. We'll create our own views. So even don't worry about that.
Okay,
Cool. And like we have different sections in Tableau also, right? We can place content on different container, different folder for that matter. Similarly, we can create or place content in Looker in different folders. So now let's say I created some dashboard or report which I want to keep only to myself. I don't want to share it with users. It's for my own analysis. I can save it in the my folder.
okay,
Click on folders, you will see subfolders. My folder, shared folder, LookML dashboard folder, and the people's folder. If
okay,
I don't want to share anything, the dashboard that I've created with my other users, I'll save it under my folder, which is my personal folder. If I've created a dashboard or report that I want to share it with the audience, with my end users, I'll save it under shared folder.
good. Oh, okay, okay.
And
Mm,
then like, you can create multiple folders here. No issues. Okay.
oh,
Once we create the dashboard, I'll show you how you can save it in your personal folder, how to save it in your shared folders, and what is the significance, how the permission works. that is talk for other sessions where we cover the dashboard and looks.
Oh,
Is clear?
mm, yeah.
Okay. For blocks, let me show you this. Okay. Any questions on any of the things that we have discussed till now from
Mm,
exploratory folders?
I think I'm fine.
Cool. If you see on the top right corner, you will also see some other options once you log in.
Mm-hmm.
This is your profile option. You'll see your account, you'll see history, you'll see schedules, if at all you have any schedules created. And then you'll see session login, logout times, and you can log out your session. Okay.
Okay.
Basic profile. It is not of much of use, but this option is available if at all you want to see.
Okay. Okay.
The second one here is the help option. It will redirect you to Looker documentation. It will show you the keyboard shortcuts because there are quite a few shortcuts that are available for doing n number of things in Looker. So it will show you the keyboard shortcuts, what shortcut is used for what, all those details will be present. Then it has a user guide and the product idea. Basically, it will redirect you to Looker documentation page where these sections are kept, the user guide and all of that. Okay.
Okay.
This is one of the important things for us, which is Looker Marketplace. If you see here on this icon, Marketplace, once you click on it, it says Looker Marketplace. And there you see applications by Looker. So I'm not sure in Tableau if we have this, but in Looker, do you know the concept of like uh, ERD diagram? Do you know what ERD is? Entity relationship diagram in SQL. We do that.
They are covered in the data modeling part, right? In
Correct. Correct.
because
Correct. So once we create the model, we join views. If you want to see diagrammatically how things look like, you will be able to see in LookML diagram. See.
okay. Entities
So
and
again,
right?
it is what is the relationship between order items and department or employee and department? What is the joining key between them? Like because diagrammatically it is easier for understanding how things are flowing. So that will be visible through LookML diagrams. This option is available in your Looker marketplace. So it says that plug and play. You have to go to marketplace and you will see the LookML diagram option. And again, this is a basic version, right? So that's why you cannot install here. But on your commercial instance, you will see the install option. And once you install, it's like ready to use. You will see diagrams like this. You see these order items. You will see how that is connected to other views and all of it.
So okay, in usually like in LookML, right? We already created views, right? Views and then model. So here we can able to see like a
Yeah, you will see how one view is connected to another, what is the joining key between them, and what is the relationship between them.
can we also modify here so it can be changed there also?
No, no, no. You have to modify it there. Only then it will be changed here.
Oh, okay, okay. So we cannot able. We can only see like
No.
how relationship.
You can
Okay.
only diagrammatically see how things are. If you want to change the relationship from one to many to one, that you have to change there. Only then it will be reflected here.
Okay, okay, got you.
Similarly, we have the machine learning accelerator. Again, this is in beta mode, so majority of the times it is not used. The third one that is important is data dictionary. So I'm not sure if you have used this in Tableau, but in Looker we have the data dictionary option because there are n number of fields, right? In order items table there are n number of fields. In users table there are n number of fields, and sometimes you want to understand what this field is, what is the description of the field, what is the type of the field, whether it's a string or number or date or boolean field, anything you want to understand that can be accessed to data dictionary. Nothing of it you have to write on your own. This is automatically available. It is just that whatever code you have in the backend in your table view, I have, let's say in order items I have three fields: date, category, and sales value. Sales value is a measure of type number, date is the date, and the category is of type string. So all those fields will be available here under field label. If you have provided in description, that will be available in the description, the LookML name, the data type, and the SQL. All of that you can see here. It's just basically, again, majority of the times it is not used, but if at all need arises where you want to understand which are the fields present, if you want to remove something, so all idea you can get under one window that is available in data dictionary.
Okay. In Tableau, actually, where we connect the tables, right? So there itself, we can able to see like fields and then like data types and everything, and we can also show hide the columns if we don't want to see
Yeah,
some.
that also we can do. So that is different thing. That does not fall under the data dictionary, because in data dictionary you can do the description, see the description as well.
Okay.
Okay, data dictionary is a bit different. It falls like, if you want to find the fields and metrics you need for analysis, for that purpose data dictionary exists.
Okay.
Okay. On top of it, there are some Looker blocks. We'll see them in some time in our coming sessions. But one other important thing that we have is visualizations. In Looker, there are some built-in visualizations available, and there are some custom visualizations available, which are available on the marketplace. If you want to install them, just for this example, consider this as histogram visualization. This is how the visualization will look like. This visualization by default is not available on your Looker instance. You have to go to marketplace, go to this visualization and install this histogram. Okay. So don't like, again, there are multiple visualization. I'll show you the screenshots in our coming sessions when this falls under the visualization part, basically the dashboards and the looks. But as we are just discussing on high level what things are, these are the custom visualizations available over and above the existing one. Okay. So in marketplace you'll find all that.
Okay, so by default, all developers will have access to all these things, like LookML diagrams and okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
It might be that the LookML diagram is not installed, so you have to go to marketplace and install it. At least this is one-time activity.
Oh, okay.
Because by default it is not installed. You have to install it. So any of the, let's say there are 5 users for your instance. If any one user does it, it will be available for everyone. It is not like everyone has to do individually.
Okay.
So once you do it, it will be available throughout your session like a instance. Okay. So just to recap what we covered today, we saw Looker architecture, which is divided into 3 sections. Front end, which is that web interface and agile modeling layer, and the backend, where the SQL request is sent and responses received, all of that. Then we saw how to log into our labs for our practical things, how we can, log into our instance. We saw the components that are available: explore, develop, admin, folders, favorites, and all of that. And we also saw the Looker markets.
Yeah.
Any questions on any of this?
No, I think I'm fine.
Okay. So, okay, we have not started with the actual implementation, which will start from tomorrow, because understanding the components is important before starting the practical stuff. Today we'll start with the, whenever you are starting your Looker project, there are a few prerequisites that we do as a one-time activity, right? Because you have to connect your Looker instance to your database. Like how Looker will know from where I need to fetch the tables, how Looker will know which data source to refer, and all of that.
Okay.
That is a one-time activity that we need to do. The only reason we are covering that as well as part of this training sessions is there are high chances when you're working as a Looker developer in your organization, you're starting from scratch.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like it's already established and you are just building on top of it. So there are high chances you will be working on a project which it might be a case that earlier it was on Tableau or Power BI, now they are migrating to Looker, or they're starting the first time from Looker. So anything is possible. So it is important to understand from developer point of view how do I start a project from scratch when I have nothing in place and I have to build everything on my own.
Okay, got you.
So the first step that you will do as a Looker developer, once you have like the data source, let's say your tables are residing in Snowflake or BigQuery or any SQL server. Of course, you should know that like where it is residing in first place. Only then you will be able to link that data source with Looker. So the first step is building connection with Looker, like your Looker instance with your backend database. And this is a one-time activity. Once you do it on your instance, like you don't have to do it again and again every day. And
Oh,
majority of the times, if you have your Looker admins, like if your organization has Looker developer and Looker admin roles like individually added, Looker admin will cover this part. They will build the connection and all of that. But
oh,
you should be having this knowledge. That's what we are covering here.
okay, okay.
So
So usually, like how it works as a developer, right? If I have a requirement, new requirement from the business, right? So I know some tables which I needed to build the data model. So that time need to contact Looker admin most of the times if
no,
I permission.
no. What happens is, let's say there is a table, there is a database. Your tables are added in BigQuery database, Google BigQuery database, and right now there are 5 tables present there,
Mhm,
and you are working on 5 of those. Now, tomorrow you get a new requirement where you get new set of tables. 2, 3 new tables are added in the source.
mhm.
Now, bring that table from that BigQuery to Looker. You can do it as a developer. You don't need to contact to admin. You can do it on your own. There is no extra permission required for that. But if you're starting from the scratch and want to connect your Looker instance to BigQuery database, when I say database, I'm not talking about the table. I'm talking about the actual database because there is a BigQuery. Consider it as a container. BigQuery, inside that there will be a data set. Inside that there will be tables. So if you want to connect your Looker instance to your BigQuery dataset, that is a one-time activity. For that, you need to have that admin permissions.
Oh, okay. So you mean like a database, like a different databases. We need.
Correct. Connecting your Looker instance to your database
Oh,
requires admin permissions.
okay.
Bringing the new tables from that database to Looker does not require admin permission.
Okay, okay. Because so right now in Verizon, we are using XSOL as a data source, right? For most of the
Correct.
times, we get
Correct.
XSOL. So if there is already established connection, I don't have to
Yes.
need anything
Yeah.
else. Otherwise,
No,
oh,
no, you don't have to do anything. Yeah, it's just one-time activity, and there are high chances like that will be already done when you
uh,
start working on your project. Your admin and that config team takes care of it.
okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. But we are still covering just in case if you are the only solo developer and it's on you to build this. So you should have some idea of it.
Oh, okay, okay. So once the data like connection is established, I can access the tables.
Yeah.
Tables are used, whatever.
Once it is established, it is established. It's just one-time activity.
Oh, okay, okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Okay. Now you'll see a small difference here, and that's the reason I've attached the snapshot. You see this admin section when I've attached the admin section snapshot. You see there are so many options here: general, system, activity, users, DB, and all of that.
Mhm.
But on my Looker instance, I only see one option, that is database, and under that I only see persistent derived table. So this is what I told you on our demo sessions. As our Looker instance, this instance is already configured and it is already connected to a database. So we don't have to do that. And this is a sandbox instance. So they have already done all the configuration for us, and that's why they have not provided that option.
Oh,
But
okay.
when you work on your commercial instance, you'll get that options. Okay. So once you click on admin on your commercial instance and then you click on database, you will see the connection option.
Options, okay.
Okay, but here if you see when I go to admin, I go to database, I don't see connection option. I only see persistent derived table. See, persistent derived table is present, but there are few other options as well. So
Oh,
just make understand this that there will be connection option as
got it.
well. And once you click on connections, it will show you this window will pop up where you have to add a new connection. If you see at the top right corner, there is an option for adding a new connection. add
o-
connection. You have to click on that, and then this window will pop up.
okay.
Now, again, Lata, so you don't have to understand this in and out. This will be already done. This is just an additional knowledge. Okay.
Got you.
So connection settings, like Looker as of now supports 60 plus SQL dialects. When I say dialects, like Snowflake is one, Redshift is one, BigQuery is one. So as of now, Looker supports 60 plus SQL databases. But majority of the time, it will be either Google BigQuery or Snowflake, Redshift, or SQL Server. There are like out of this four, you'll be connecting to one data source.
Okay.
So that you have to select in this second option. If you see here, dialect, there will be Google BigQuery or Redshift or anything. You have to select that, and then the server details are expected here, which will be received from the data engineering team because they manage the tables, the data set. They will share the config details, the server name, host name, like username, password, and all of that. They will
Okay.
share that with you, and then done. You will be able to connect to the database directly. You can test the connection, and it will show you that it is connected. Just a small snapshot I have attached here. You go to Looker admin section, you go to connection, you click on add connection. See in the dialect, the Amazon Redshift is selected. Then it is asking like, what's the port? What database I need to connect? Because Redshift might have multiple databases. So what database I need to connect? And the username, like credentials, normal credentials.
Okay. And
It's fine.
this is based on if I have admin privileges, right?
Yeah. Building a connection requires admin privileges. Yes.
Oh, okay.
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 Is this clear?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Cache settings. Yeah. Mhm.
Cool. So once connection is established, that will be done by admins majority of the times. One time activity, you're good to go.
Okay.
After that, once connection is established, so that you link your Looker instance to your database, next step that you or we need to do in Looker is creating a project. Again, that is a one-time activity. If you recall from yesterday, when we clicked on the developed option, you saw projects option here, right? And there were two projects created. One is e-commerce, another one was flights. So in Looker, we can create multiple projects. Again, it is a one-time activity. Just focus on e-commerce for now. Why we need to create a project?
Okay.
Because our view files that I showed you yesterday, order items,
Mm-hmm.
are model files where we joined order items, users, and all of that. That has to sit inside a folder, some parent folder, and that parent folder is known as a project.
Okay.
So if you see here, Quick Lab e-commerce is my project. Inside that, I have a view subfolder, I have model subfolder, I have this test subfolder, and all of that.
Okay.
So after connection is established, one thing that we do is create a project. I'll show you a diagrammatic representation in coming slides.
Mm.
It will help you understand this much better.
Okay.
So we create a Looker project. How we create it? We go to develop, we go to projects. At the top right corner, we'll see new LookML project icon.
Mhm.
We click on that, and this window will pop up. Then you have to provide your project name, anything, but there is a convention or a disclaimer. May contain lower letters, numbers, underscore, and dashes. Other characters will be lowered and replaced with underscore. So there are some basic conditions like your uh, project name should not be in caps. If you enter space, that will be replaced by underscore. All of that. That
Okay.
is fine. Just, FYI. Now, second part is important. Starting point. Like, do you want to generate model from database schema or clone public Git repository? So, as I told you yesterday, that Looker supports version control. It might happen that the project is already created and uploaded on the Git repository. You want to consume that in your Looker instance. In that case, you will select the clone option. Otherwise, by default, it will be generate model from database schema majority of the times.
Okay.
Okay. And now we'll understand why we created the connection first. Because while creating a project, we have to specify this project should be connected to which connection.
Okay.
Remember, we created the connection first, and then while creating a project, we should know like which connection to opt for.
Okay.
So once you click here, it will show in the drop down all the available connections. You click on it, you can select the right connection, and just click on create project. Is this clear?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So two prerequisites we have already done. The connection is created, one time activity, project is created, one time activity. Now, as I told you, I'll show you the diagrammatic representation, how things work.
Mm-hmm.
So if you see projects, projects are at the bottom. The base is project. Everything else is built on top of it or inside it.
Okay.
So
It just.
I'll tell you, yeah. We'll discuss about models, explores, views, and fields. We'll create them. Don't worry about that if you don't get it right away. But just understand this. If you want to create views, if you want to create explores or models or fields, you must have projects.
Oh,
Without that, we cannot do, because project is the foundation, and inside that we can do everything. Is this clear?
yep. Mm-hmm.
Just some more details here I would like to share. Once you create a project, inside that we create models. What model contains is list of explores. What explores are present in that particular Looker instance. And what are explores? Explores are built on top of views, and views contains the fields. So we'll cover each concept in our coming sessions, so you'll understand it. But just and I hope you got the slide deck yesterday. I shared it with you. Did you get a chance to check?
No, but yeah, I understand. Like, I will go through because this all this like I had some guests yesterday, so I couldn't go through. But
Okay, good, no worries. I've shared the slide deck, and there are 3 slides as of now. It will be updated every day, so I'll update this content as well there today after our session.
oh,
Okay, so as I told you, projects are the starting point. Theoretically, what project contains? Models and view files.
okay.
If you see in our project, what project Quick Labs e-commerce has? It has the models, it has the view files. This is little theoretical, but it is important. LookML project contains a collection of Looker files such as views, models, and projects are the highest level of Looker object organization. Are like, and they are like independent Looker instance. Why they say this is independent Looker instance is because you can have multiple projects. Our e-commerce project is completely different from our flights project. And irony is both of them are residing on our same Looker instance.
Yes.
Now what might happen is you're catering a client which is working on two separate domains altogether. Consider Amazon, and you are providing them this data analysis, this Looker explores and all of that, but their business is in two different domains altogether. One is, let's say, their e-commerce. Another one is related to AWS. What you will do is you create two separate projects, one for AWS, another one for their e-commerce. And then e-commerce related tables will be added in e-commerce project. Uh, AWS related will be added in that project. So things are organized and there is no confusion. Okay.
Okay.
Once project is created, to create explore or to create a model, we need a view. View is a table,
Okay.
and the table contains dimensions and measures
Yes.
and the table name. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
So now what we'll do is we'll start with our first view. So you understand practically what are views, what it contains, and all of that. Once my connection is done, once my project is created, I want to bring the tables that are present in the backend to my Looker instance. And how do I do that? So you see this plus icon. Once you go to, okay, I'll just show you how I went here again. This is my home page. I clicked on develop. I clicked on the project that I want to do the LookML changes on. I clicked my project. And if you see at the top, I'm in the development mode because I'll write some code, I'll make some changes and all of that.
Okay.
Now, bringing the views, bringing the tables from back end to front end. Once I click on these three dots or once I click on this plus, I see these options. I want this under views folder. That's why I'm just clicking here.
Okay.
The fifth option you are seeing, create view from table. Once you click on this,
So what is the difference? It says there are two options, right? Create a view or
correct,
create a view from table.
correct. Yeah, I'll show you. Once you click on this create view from table, it will show you the connection that is your Looker instance that is connected to. It is connected to BigQuery public data Looker. Now remember your connection you created once. So it will show you the connection. It will show you the database.
Okay.
So our Looker instance as of now is connected to BigQuery public data Looker connection.
Okay.
And it is connected. What's the database name? This is the database name, ProClass GC.
Okay.
Okay. And here you see this is the table, one of the table, connection reg underscore rc. This is
Okay.
one of the tables available. In your case, there will be multiple tables because your database will have multiple tables and all of that. So
Yeah.
what you do, you click on this and just say create views. New view is added in my Looker instance under the views folder. And Looker automatically wrote the dimension and measure. This is what I wanted to show you. So, like, consider there are 100 fields in your table. So your question might be, do I need to write for every field one dimension, measure, all of that? No, Looker does that for you. It's just that you have to bring that view as a table in your Looker instance.
Okay.
Here it says this view is pointing to which table? Connection reg r3 table. It is pointing to this table, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4 fields present in that table. Like coincidentally, all of them are dimensions. That's why they are considered as a dimension. Is this clear?
Yes.
So what you did, you clicked on these three dots, create view from table, and you can do this for multiple tables. It's not that you have to do one by one. Let's say there are 5 tables. If you just expand this, and there will be a list, you can check this, all those 5 tables, and just click on create views.
Okay. Got you.
Okay. Yeah.
And here, right, once connection has been built, and then if once I see the like a code, right? So if I need to change, like for example, in data source, it's a customer ID. So sometimes it comes as a number, right? So can I able to change the?
Yeah, of course. All the modifications will do. I'll show you all the use cases.
Okay.
We'll do it.
Okay.
Okay. So you had another question, like there are 2 options. One is create view from table, another one is create view. What is the difference? So one I've already shown you what is create view from table. Create view. The second option is when you want to create a blank view and you want to write your code on your own.
Okay.
So what Looker functionality, additional functionality Looker provides us. Do you know store procedures or
Yeah.
sequence that you have written to join 2 tables and get fetch the data? Correct.
Yes.
So that you can do directly in Looker. You can write your SQL code. Like if I want to have data from department table and employee table on latest instance, like latest date. So what I'll do is, if I click on create view, I have to provide the view name and save test. We'll see that in derived table. So there is some advanced concept called as derived table. We'll cover that, but right now I'm just answering your question. So this basic, the blank view that we create, it will look somewhat like this. You can write your own SQL, as I told you. You can write select user ID. You can all the customizations. Let's say you don't want all the fields from the table. You want selected fields, and you want to do join, the rank logic, and all of that. Complex SQL you want to write. You can write on your own. So basic difference you will see here in the first view that we created, click view from table. There, the table name is provided directly, and it is pointing to only single table, and all the dimensions are present. But the another view which I've showed you right now, it does not have the table name. It has a derived table where you write your own logic. Okay.
So there
So,
you can bring more than one table here, right?
yeah,
No?
you can bring more than one table. You can write your SQL, like
Okay,
normal
yeah.
SQL that you write on your SQL DB. You can
Okay,
write it here.
okay.
Okay.
So by doing that, right, does it save any space?
No, no, no.
Okay.
So nothing like that. You can
Okay.
write anything. So there's no issue of space or performance. If you, let's say, if you have multiple views with that SQL, nothing like that. Yeah, it can impact the performance on the Explore, that we'll discuss in a while, like how that is impacted and
Okay.
how that works.
So here also like a uh,
Yeah,
from creating a view from a table, right? Here also
yeah.
once I bring the fields, if I don't want some fields to come, so I can delete here.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So you don't need to delete. We can hide it from front end. That I'll show you how to do it.
Okay.
Okay. So we are starting with that right now.
Okay.
Now, once just consider this example. We added this table into our Looker instance. Now, ultimately, I have to show this to my end users to consume the data, right? If they want to create the dashboard or report, or they want to do the analysis. Analysis as in, let me show you this. How we did analysis yesterday. We went to explore, we went to order items. We saw all the fields that are present here in order items, and then we selected the ones that we were interested in. Let's say status and order item count. We
Mhm.
selected this field, we hit run. We saw Looker wrote its own SQL, and then we got the output. This is you're doing your own analysis, correct?
Mhm.
So now, if I want to bring these fields created at XYZ Looker REG key into my Looker instance so that end user can see the data, how would I do that? Correct?
Mhm.
Now, once you have the views in place, we have to create a explore on top of it. Remember this diagram.
Okay.
Inside projects, there are models.
Okay.
Inside models, there are explores, and explores are built on top of views.
Okay.
So one thing is clear, we already have the view, we already have the fields. If you
Fields.
see here, this is the view, these are the fields.
Oh yes.
You already have two part of.
Mhm.
Next is creating an explore. Now where explore resides actually? Explore is inside the model.
Oh,
We have the model in place. We already have a model. Now how
okay.
to create a model from scratch and all of that we'll cover in our coming sessions because that might be a little confusing. Assuming that we have a model in place already, I have to
Mhm.
create explore. And even before that, just see this window. Right now I'm not seeing anything here for that connection option, the new view that we created, right? This connection regr3, that view, I'm not seeing anything here,
Yes.
that explore section, because we have not written that code. Now
Oh.
what you will do is we'll go to the model file, which is training e-commerce in our case. Simple syntax, we'll write explore keyword and our view name. What is the view name? Connection regr3. That's it. What I did, inside the model, I wrote a code keyword explore, which is basic Looker syntax, and the view name.
View name. Okay.
Okay. I was not able to see anything here related to connection. Let me refresh now. You see, I started seeing connection now here. Connection regr3.
Okay.
Correct? Now when once I click on this, all the fields that are present here, created at XYZ, Looker, REG key, count, all that is available here. Created at XYZ, Looker, REG count.
Okay.
Okay? And this will work exactly similar. If I click on created at XYZ, Looker, Looker will write its own SQL. Select this fields from table name. What is this table name? This table. Connection REG.
Okay.
And the moment I hit run, if we have the data in the backend table, we'll see the data. So there's no data available in that table. It's just I showed you like create view from table. So there's no data as of now in the backend. That's why we see no results. Otherwise, that will work is, let's say example of order items or users for that matter. I'll create a explore for users so you will understand this. Simple syntax. What I'll do, I'll say explore users. Save changes. Right now, I don't see anything related to users here. Moment I refresh, I'll start saying users. I select the fields that I need. Let's say gender and count. The SQL is created automatically. Click on run. I see the data.
Okay.
Is this clear?
Yes. Okay. Come again once again. Like, how did you go to
Okay.
explore? So you went to explore and then see this, right?
Yeah.
So
I went to this is my home page.
yeah,
I went to explore.
explore and
Then I will see my
yes.
explore.
Okay. Okay. So if you click on that, you will.
I click on this. All the fields that are present in the user's view, the dimensions and the measures are
Okay.
populating.
Oh.
Now this is a simple example as we are starting. I'm only showing one view under explore, that is
Oh.
users.
Mhm.
But going forward, you won't be creating like multiple explores for each table, right? Let's say you have 50 tables in your database. You won't create one explore for each table. Otherwise, how users will do the analysis? What we do is we do the data modeling, where we join one table with another. Remember yesterday I showed you the join key, the relationship one to one, many to one. All of that we'll see. How to have multiple views in a single explorer. We'll see that in our conversation. Any questions as of now here?
Explorer is different from data model.
Yeah. Modeling is basically explore is part of the data model. So what happens is you see here in training e-commerce model. Okay, again this diagram. This is the model. Inside that we created the explore.
Explorer. Okay.
Now the explore that we created right now is a single view explore. It is not joined with any other view.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah. But here if you see this order item explore, this is multi-viewed explore, multi-view explore because the base is order items, but it is joined with users. It is also joined with inventory items, also with products, also with distribution centers. So this explore is joined with multiple views. Just to show you that, you'll understand the difference if I show you here. This is our order items explore. See, it has users, products, order items, inventory items, distribution center. Fields from all these views are present here in the
Oh.
order items explore.
Okay.
But if you see on users explore, I'm having only data from users, no other. Why? Because
It is
user is not joined with any other view, but
Mhm.
order items is joined with multiple views.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Now coming to the additional functionalities that we can do in our Looker view. So one of the use case that you highlighted, let's say I don't want to show all the fields. I want to delete some fields. I told you don't need to delete. You can hide it from end users. Okay. So how to hide a field from end users? Like because end users will be using the Explore, correct? How to hide this fields? Any question?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. So just understand how to hide. Let's say I want to hide the age field. I don't want end users to see the age field when they go to users explore. How will that work? I'll go to my users view. Of course, I'll find the age because all the fields that are present here are populated here.
Exactly. Mhm.
Yeah. I'll go to age. There is a parameter known as hidden. I'll say hidden and
Hidden.
set it to yes. Simple one line. I'm setting hidden yes. Now what happens? My field is still present, but it won't be visible to my end users.
Oh,
The
okay.
moment I refresh, it's gone. You won't find age here anymore.
Oh,
Age is
okay.
correct. So to hide a field, we use the hidden parameter. Now, let's say this is a city field, but I want to show it as user city. Basically, I want to change the title of that field. How can I do that? That you can do through label parameter. So I'll go to my dimension city, the type and the SQL is already created by Looker. So consider this example, this view we added. We never wrote this code. We never wrote dimension, created a type number, SQL arrow. Looker automatically understand based on the data type of the field and it will automatically create. So don't worry about that. But if you want to change the label, that Looker won't know, right? Like what label what additional title you want to add. So for that, there is a parameter like we had hidden. Similarly, we have a label parameter. In label, you can write what label you want. I want to display this as user city instead of city. Even though my backend mapping is on the city column, in the front end it should be displayed as user city. So that's why I use the label parameter. The moment I refresh, now city is displayed as user city. Now this is sorted alphabetically. That's why you won't find city here. It has fallen down to this users. Okay, is this correct? Any questions here?
Can I just click on field and then rename it? So it doesn't work?
Yeah, no, renaming you can't do it here directly.
Not here.
There's a reason. Where?
No, when we create a view, right? So can we rename a view by clicking on?
When you create a view,
There is fields, right? Okay, got you. Okay. Yeah.
When you create a view, there you don't get option to select a field or omit avoid a field.
Okay.
View is you're bringing everything from that table.
Okay.
After that, you can decide what I want to show, what I want to hide, what I want to rename to. Okay. Yeah. So two parameters we saw. One is hidden, one is label. Now let's say because there are high chances your table contains multiple fields and some of the fields are not that easy to understand and you want to provide some additional description for that field so end user will understand exactly what this field is for. So if you want to add additional description to that field, you can do that all in Looker. And how to do that I'll show you. Right now if you see in the user city, there's a help icon, this info button. If I click on that, under description it says no description.
Okay, because
there is no description because we have not added anything.
Okay.
But we can add it. What for that what we need to do is I go here. There is a parameter description. Any description. This is user city. Save changes. And I'll click on refresh. Now if you click on this info button, the end user will see the description.
Okay, this is user set. Okay.
And why this is important? Because there are high chances the end user who is consuming this Explorer. Now city, state, all of that is self-explanatory. But let's see your business has some complex fields, like some complex calculations, and on top of it you have developed a field. In that case, you want to make sure that user considers the right field, it understands that field that they are consuming. So providing description is very important in that case.
Okay. So how many characters we can enter? Is there any limit for that?
No limit as such. You can enter as well.
Okay.
Okay. So we saw labels, we saw descriptions. Now going a step ahead again. In Tableau, you might have created that calculated fields where you are doing some calculations, adding two fields, concatenating two fields, merging two fields, all of that. Yeah. Now consider the same use case here. I have my first name, user's first name. I have user's last name. What I want to do is I want to create a new field which is combination of first name and last name. In the single field I want to see. Single field I want to see first name, single field I want to see last name. Now how do I do that? Again, that is possible through Looker. Now we'll create a, sorry, it's possible in Lookable. We create a new dimension. Let's say I create it here. Dimension. Any name I can give, I'll say full underscore name. Now, consider this. Now, this field is not available in your database table. You are creating it on your own. That's why you have to specify the data type on your own. You have to specify the mapping on your own. So, first name is of type string, last name is of type string. So, obviously, my dimension that I'm creating on top of these two fields, even that will be sorry, of type string.
Yeah.
I'll say type string. Now, it might happen that as you are new to the tool, you don't know what all possible types are available in Looker. Correct? What all data types are available. Like string is fine, but you don't know what more types are available. So Looker provides internal IDE support or help. If you click on this type, this parameter, and here there is a quick help option. Once you click on it, Looker will show you all the available types in Looker one. You see this starting from bin, date, distance, location, number, string. All these options are available.
Oh, okay.
So you don't have to jump to the documentation page every time. You can refer this and you'll understand which type to use. Correct? Okay. Now, as I told you, I want to combine two fields. If you know in SQL, we have multiple string functions. One of them is concat. If you want to concat two strings. So same thing here. We'll say concat. First name field is already available here. So the moment you start typing first name, it will show you in the IntelliSense. You can add it, comma. I want a hyphen between, again comma, last name. And bracket close, save changes. I'll validate my LookML code. No LookML errors. Now if I go to my users view and click on refresh, see there is a new field created now, full name. Correct?
Yes.
If I click on this, you'll get the output, but I want to focus you on the SQL as well. The logic that we wrote, concat, first name, hyphen, last name. Looker automatically took that logic, and now if I run, see, I see the first name, I see the hyphen and the last name.
Oh, okay.
Correct? So these are some basic use cases, but you should be knowing it because you might get any use case and you need to address it. Correct? Any questions still now?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. Now, coming back to users view again, there are around 10, 12 fields present in the users view, right? Right. And let's say in the front end, in the Explore, out of those 10, 12 fields, you only want to show 2 or 3 fields. That is, let me do that. Out of this 10 fields, I only want to show first name and last name to my end users. Rest everything should be hidden from them. Now, how will I do that? One way is I'll individually go to each field and say hidden yes, hidden yes, hidden yes, hidden yes. But that is not efficient way. Consider you have 50 columns, 100 columns. I think that code is not efficient, right? In that case, what we do is, because there are 100 fields and you want to show only 2 of them, there is additional parameter that is available. It is known as, and that you have to write outside any dimension or measure. So just observe where I'm writing this. I say fields hidden by default. I'll set it to yes. This parameter I have not written under any view, any dimension. If you observe here, hidden yes I wrote under age. Label I wrote under city.
Yeah.
But fields hidden I'm writing outside. And as I told you, I only want to show two fields, that is first name and last name. So what I'll do is I'll write this code, this parameter fields hidden by default, set it to yes. I'll go to first name here, I'll say hidden, and I'll set it to no this time because I don't want this to hide. I want to show this to my end users. Hidden, validating the code.
So we see now.
Yeah. So what do you think? Which fields we'll see now?
Only names, right? The ones.
Yes. Only the first name and last name is visible. Rest everything is gone.
Yeah.
So it's not like it is gone forever. It is still present in your code, but it is just hidden. So don't do this mistake that if you want to hide a field, don't delete it from Looker because you might need it in future. Just set
Okay.
it to hidden yes, or you can use this as well. This is efficient way if you want to hide multiple fields and show only the few ones. Correct?
Okay, and again, I have a question here. Okay, we have like, let us say, as you said, like there are 50 fields, right? If I want to show even 15 fields out of 50, still I need to write for every field, right? So
Yeah,
is
if
there
it is
show bulk like as like we wrote just a query, right, to hide? So can we ask
correct.
for it query like a query for to show the fields like multiple fields in one line?
Okay. Yeah. So I understand your question. Assuming there are 50 fields, and out of that 50, you only want to show, let's say,
50.
10 fields.
Yeah.
Rest 40 you want to hide.
Uh-huh.
In that case, unfortunately, there are two options. Other second one we'll discuss when we cover the explores in model how we create that. But unfortunately, one option you have is only this. So you'll have to set this to yes, and for that 10 fields, you'll have to set hidden, no, hidden, no, hidden, no.
Okay.
That is one option.
Okay.
Other option is you can do at model level, but even there you'll have to specify the fields which you want. So there's no single parameter where you can list down all the fields
Oh,
which you want.
okay. Okay. And one more question. So we didn't write the code under any dimension, right? It was written separately. So it has to be in the beginning of the query, or it can be anywhere in the query.
It can be anywhere in the view. So
Okay.
what do you mean when you say we didn't write code for dimension?
Yeah, like a hidden here, right? By default, say yes, right? Like
Yeah. This you can write. This you can write anywhere. So
no, not
it doesn't matter.
the one on the top. No,
Oh, this one.
feels hidden, right? So you.
Yeah. That also you can write anywhere. No issues.
So okay, it will work as the same, even though.
Yeah. Correct. So it's not necessary that you have to write at the top.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Any questions you have on the thing that we discussed today?
No, good. So far.
So this is a basic foundation that we saw. How to add a view from table, how to create a blank view we'll discuss in detail in our advanced concept for derived table. But we also saw how to add a field, how to rename a field, how to customize a field, how to add a description, how to hide, and how to hide multiple fields at once. Uh, in our next session, we'll see how to join multiple views under a single explore. Because right now, if you observe, we only created a explore on single view, that is users view.
Yeah.
We have not joined it because we need to also, as I told you, you won't be creating single view explores, right? You will be, sorry, joining multiple tables, establishing the relationship so that your end users can do the analysis. So
Okay.
we'll see how to join multiple views in a single explore. Like we have parameters for view, like label, description, we have same parameters for explores as well. Like
Okay.
if I want to change this user's name to users explore, if I want to provide some description to this users explore, if I want to hide the explore, show the explore, all of that we'll see in our next session.
Okay.
And meanwhile, if you get a chance over the weekend, just try to log into Sandbox instance, or you can do on your commercial instance as well, like whichever suits you. So you just log in and see, like, if you are able to understand the views, if you are able to customize the title, some basic things. So if you practice a lot, it will be easier to understand in future.
Okay.
Correct?
Yeah. So if in a test model, right? So I have only 45 minutes to work on it.
No, no. There are multiple labs available there. If you see, one is for 45 minutes, another one is for 1 hour, and the third one is for 1 hour 30 minutes. So there are multiple labs.
Okay.
Whichever suits you, select that, and you are good to go. And it's not like once the lab ends, you can't join that lab again. Once it ends, you can again start the lab. It's just that, let's say I started my session, I changed the label to, like, made some LookML changes, and then my time is over. The second time I log in, the new changes are gone. Basically, it is reset to the
Set it.
actual sandbox system.
Okay.
I don't think that will bother you, because you just want to understand, like, how it works. On your commercial instance, you won't face these challenges.
Oh, okay. So
Okay?
whatever like a session I log into, right? Even like the 1 hour 30 minutes or 1 hour 45 minutes,
Like,
still I have to see the same details.
yeah. Same details. Same.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So everything will be same. The connection will be established. The exploits will be present. Everything will be exactly same. You
Okay.
just want to have to do your own changes. You will see on your instance, and then you're good.
Okay. Okay. Got you.
Today, what we are going to see is specifically related to visualization. Here, we don't have to write any code, nothing. Simple drag and drop is what we will be doing to create different visualization type.
Okay.
So, for what kind of data, what visualization to choose, you might have some understanding because you have experience in Tableau. What options to select, that we'll see, because every visualization is can be customized in different way. So
Okay.
we'll see how each one is different from another, in which scenario you'll select which visualization. Okay. So as far as the Looker original is concerned, means on the Looker instance that we are doing some practical stuff right now, we have this many types of visualizations available, where
Mm.
Cartesian charts include the column chart, the bar chart, scatter plot, line chart, area chart. Then we can do the pie chart, donut chart, and also it allows us to, do the funnel chart, the waterfall chart. This one, for progression, we have to sometimes enable it through our Looker marketplace, that they are not available by default on the instance, but others are available. And it is not limited to this. There are few more others where you can create, of course, the tabular format. You can, for KPIs, we use the single value or a single record. Then there is a word cloud. I'll show you what the word cloud is. And then you can plot, of course, on maps. Whenever you have geographical data, you can plot those data points or that results on maps. So we'll see that too. Okay. And this is simple again, for whatever, like anything you want to do, the starting point is explore. So I'll go to explore, I'll go to order items. So let's start with column chart first. Column chart and bar chart are like very much similar. Okay. Column is just the vertical version and the bar charts are horizontal. So based on the size of the data, we'll select which one to opt for.
Okay.
Okay. And as I told you, today is like a simple drag and drop. So we won't have to write any code as such, provided we have all the data points in place. So that's the thing. Whenever we start this, first step is to make sure we have all the data points. It's not like we are starting with the dashboard creation and then we add the fields as we need. So bring the data points first, rest everything is quite simple. So we'll also create a dashboard and we'll also create a look today. So look as in a single report, and so you'll understand the differences. So starting with the column chart, again I'll just take some random examples. So just we have the a dashboard ready and visualization ready. So let's start. Now I'm creating column visualization. So I've selected my status, order status, and I'm comparing my average sales price. So I want to understand the spread of average sales price across the status. Once I click the fields that I need and I click on run, we have to go to the visualization option that is present here. And if you see, Looker by default selects the best suited visualization for the data that you have selected in the result set. So
Okay.
I never choose the bar chart, but Looker automatically selected based on the data that I have provided here. Okay. Again, uh, not always we have to go by that. We can always customize. So we'll be doing that right now. So if you see here, by default, Looker selected, and if you hover on these icons, it says what type of visualization is that: table, column, bar, scatter, line chart, area chart. So right now by default, Looker selected column chart for that this kind of visualization, which I want and which is fine. So that's okay. Now, how to customize this? We click on this edit option here. You see now.
Okay.
Uh, for series positioning, I'll come to this part in a while. But now let's go to the next options that we have. Not everything we have to do. There are few common things that we do with the visualization as far as customization is concerned. So starting with the grid layout, if we set by row, so I have 5 distinct statuses. So I see 2 per row. If you have many, you will see those many rows. Okay. If you want to, like, if at all we have a requirement like that, which is not the case majority of the time. So I'll set it to none. So whenever you want to go row wise based on the particular category, you'll select the grid layout and set it to by row.
Right.
Okay.
Mhm.
Spacing part, inner spacing and spacing. So if you see in the placeholder, they have mentioned you can provide value from 0 to 1. Now observe the visualization part carefully. The moment I enter some value here between 0 to 1, is it 0.5, the size of the bars is
Okay.
shrinked. So
Oh,
basically, the inner space between two bars is added, inner space.
okay.
Okay. If I take it to 1, will be the thinnest. See,
Oh, okay.
which I don't want actually. I'll set it to something like this, 0.6. Now, after that, you'll also see there is a spacing option. In that, if I set it to, you see, it is further reduced. So inner spacing is space inside that particular bars, and spacing normal is basically outer spacing or spacing between the two bars the that are present on the visualization. Okay,
Okay.
and then you have the option to hide the legend or show the legends. So if you click on this,
Okay. Stay.
yeah. So I'll tell you when this will work. I'll show you that. For legends, we have to pivot the data. I'll show you how that works. And then you have the option to limit the data. When I say limit the data, at times it happens, right? That whenever you run the query, there are, let's say, 500 rows fetched, but you only want to show top 10 data. That's the requirement. You have
Mhm.
to create a visualization where you're showing the top 10 items ordered by the users. So in that case, you don't want to show everything. You want to limit it to 10 records. So in that case, you can use this option which says limit discrete rows. If I enable this toggle, here I have two options: to show or to hide. I'll say show. First, how many rows? Let's say in our case, we only have total 5 rows, right? So I'll say I limit it to 3 rows. So now if you see,
Okay.
only I'm seeing top 3 rows. I'm not seeing everything.
So it is taking top three then. If it is
Top
lim.
3 based on, yeah, based on what? This average sales price. So
Okay.
first is cancelled, complete and return. And I've sorted in descending order.
Or
If
if
I,
it is pending, then
yeah,
it will go least.
correct. If I sort it in ascending order, then that other other one will take the preceding, like processing, shipped and status. So
Okay.
that based on the sort that we have had.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm not limiting right now. So Looker comes with the predefined themes. There are many themes available, and each theme has different color combination. Okay, so right now this is shoreline. You can go with this broadwalk or vivid or any other theme. Each theme will have its own color palette, and you can then select colors from the individual theme. So it's on you which theme you want to go for, and there are multiple options. So you can just do
Can't
some
can't we give here like a code, color code, right?
color code. Okay, so that one you can give here. You have to go to this custom, and then you can provide the hex code.
Okay, okay. This is what I okay. Customizations. Oh, okay.
So one way is you select the theme here, and then select the color palette, or by default theme will be selected. Then you go to the color palette, and you'll see all the colors that are available in that palette.
Oh,
If you are not happy with that, if you are not happy with that colors in the palette, you can go to custom and then provide the hex code or adjust the color here, and automatically that hex code
oh,
will change.
okay.
So that option also you have. Okay. Now, one important thing. If you see here, I'm considering the average sale price against the order status. So I'm showing for which status how much is my average sales price.
Mhm.
But if I want to rename it only for the dashboard, so for dashboard on my dashboard, I don't want to show this complete average sales price. I just want to show it as AVG, average sales. Simple, something like renaming thing. So that you can do in the label part. Because see, this is only limited to dashboard. One way is if this was generic, I could go in my LookML code and directly write the label AVG sales. But
Mhm.
that is not what I want. Only for this dashboard creation purpose, I want to label this measure as average sales, AVG sales. So that you can directly do it here in label. You don't have to write it in the LookML. Okay.
So if there
Question
are,
here.
if there are multiple measures, then it will give you options to rename for multiple measures.
Yes. So just for that, I've put order count as well now. If you see here, I'm seeing order count. So same thing I can do.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Okay.
So it didn't change average sales. You already. Oh, is it showing on the dashboard? Okay.
It will show on the visualization. It will not rename here because
Okay.
this is the data window. So it will not rename here. But on dashboard, you will see average. Okay. Okay. So I did this. I renamed it. Now, one more important thing. If you see here, there is a type parameter and there is a drop down. If I click on the drop down, the first by default selected thing is the column chart because that was the chart that we selected in the first place. But even after that, we have option to change this. If I click on area, this is area chart. You can also customize this to line chart. You can also customize this to scatter plot, something like this.
Okay.
Now, why this is important is because let's say you are considering two measures. Let me do that. Let me bring total revenues. So in single visualization, you can show two measures with two different uh, visualization type.
Hmm.
In order complete. So we have some numbers on the same. Now, if you see here, I'm having complete, cancelled, returned, and shipped all that status, and two measures I'm pulling. One is order count, other one is order item count. Okay. The only reason I removed that average sales prices because that was too the numbers were too low. So I just wanted to show you how that looks on graph. So if you see here now, for order count and for order item count, for both the type selected is column. What I'll do is I'll just change type for one of the measure. For order count, let's say I'll select line. So in the same visualization now, you're seeing in the same graph rather, you're seeing two different visualization. And then you're seeing this. The line chart is order count. In the legend it is mentioned. And the dot, this one, order item count is the graph. If you see here, in the same visualization, we are having multiple different visualization types. So it is not limited like you can only have one or two. The measures you can add as much as you want, and then you can select the actual type that you are interested in.
Okay. For each measure, we can change it.
Yes. Yeah. So right now what I did is for order item I selected to area, or I can go back to my normal column.
Okay.
And whenever you select the line, okay, let me go back to column first. The moment I change it to line, there is one more parameter which is available now, which says point. And there are multiple options here. So if you observe this carefully, on the line chart there are dots. If you hover, you'll see that data in the tooltip, and there are dots populating. You see the dots, right? You can change that also. That customization is available. Instead of dots, I can change it to square or diamond or triangle. So all that is available if you want to change that. Okay. So that's the point. In the point parameter, you will select that particular shape basically. Is this clear? Okay. Okay. Remember in the plot section, we saw that hide legend option, right? So now the legends are populating, one for order count, one for order item count. If I enable this toggle, those legends are gone. Basically hidden. But of course, we don't want to do that. Otherwise, users will be confused like what this column chart is representing and what this line chart is representing. And of course, you can align these legends. Right now, by default, it's center. You can go to left. You can set it to right. You can select these options.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So we saw in this the series part, we can customize the type, we can customize the label, we can customize the points based on the type select. Going to the third part, that is values. Now, just consider this visualization which you have created. Now, whenever I want to see the value, the user, of course, they can see from the graph and guess that this value might be somewhere around 150,000, something like that. But what if you want to show the value directly on the graph? So you don't have to always hover on that visualization. So in values, we have option called as value labels. By default, that toggle is off. So I turn it on. So if you see here now, I see the values directly on the graph, even before hovering on them. And if at all there are null values in your data set and you want to show them and you want to label them, you will enable this option, label null values, which is the case in our scenario, but we have that option too. Value colors, like again, you can provide your own color, you can provide that hex code if you want to change the color of this. Let's say I'll set it to maybe black. So if you see the label color, value label color is changed to black now. Even my visualization is blue, labels are in black. So that customization we have. And of course, you can increase the font size, decrease the font size of that label. Maybe I'll set it to 18 pixels. So if you see here, the size of the font size is increased for those labels, value labels. Okay. And one more thing that we can do is we can provide the rotation degree. So like 0 to 360. If you want to show it slant tilt manner, if you want to show those labels in tilt manner, you can provide the degree here. What I mean by that is, let's say, and if you see in the placeholder, it says you can provide any value between minus 360 to positive 360. Let's say if I set it to 120, if you see the value labels are changed.
Okay.
So that degree we can provide here in value rotation. Okay. So that is what the significance of value rotation is. Value format is nothing but the value format that we saw while creating the measures. I told you value format name USD0 or decimal 2. So you're restricting the data and showing it in proper formatted manner. It's not like your number is having multiple decimals, or it is not formatted to current like appropriate currency, something like that. So same value format you can provide.
So can we also change that to the like a style, right? If it is like Arial or if it is like a
That okay, text style you can't change it.
we can't change here.
No.
Okay, okay, okay. Got you.
Okay. Last two options. So we have the x-axis, we have the y-axis. Okay. So if you see here, scale type is selected, automatic based on data, ordinal, or you want to show time wise. Of course, our data is not like that it will change based on the scale type, but you have these three options. And majority of the times it is recommended that you set it to automatic. So Looker will decide on its own uh, the scale type. Whenever you have the that time frame data where you are showing like previous 1 year's data, 2 years data, that time you can play with the scale type and then you will see some different visualization. Okay.
Okay.
So scale type is for that, and it is recommended to set it to automatic. Now,
So it,
coming to
will it change if it is like a thousands to billions, right? So will it change automatically?
yes, yes.
Thousands. So it will show in thousands, or it will show like 100K or 100 billion or something like that.
So you're talking about the access right here. This,
Yep.
this values. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So by default, it will set it to maximum, and it will show the complete value. It won't show like let's say I'm having
Oh, yeah.
1.6 million.
Okay, okay.
Unless and until I do the value formatting here.
Mm-hmm.
Unless and until I do the value formatting here, it will show me all the numbers. So it will be 160000000 like that.
Okay, okay, got it.
And that's the reason we have to do the value formatting.
Okay.
Once you do the value formatting on axis itself, y-axis it will show you 1.6 m, 1.5 m, 1 m like that. So,
Okay.
okay. So right now we are in the x-axis section. If you see here, we have this. Okay. First, talking about this reverse axis. Right now, by default, it is turned off. The moment I turn it on, things change. So
Okay.
it is basically reversed. So
Yeah.
of course, I don't want that, but just to show you what it does. If you see the next option that is available, it says show access name and that is turned on. If you see here, I have this complete cancel, return, shipped and processing. And below that, there is a word status because that is what the x-axis is representing right now. If I don't want the status value to be displayed here, because from this it is very much self-explanatory that these are statuses for majority of your audience. So I can turn this off. So that status keyword is gone. Rest everything that actual status are displayed, but status keyword is gone. Okay.
Oh, label is okay.
Yeah. And access value labels, if I turn it off, that status value, actual
Okay.
value is also gone.
Okay.
Which is not correct, like because it will be confusing for everyone. So that I'll turn it off. If you want to add the grid lines, if I turn this on, you'll see the vertical grid lines are added. Okay, here behind. Turn it off, the vertical ones are gone. And again, you can do the label rotation here. So see this. This is changed. 16. Okay, so you can customize, you can provide that rotation degree and it will be rotated. If you have the time data, you can again value format that too. So that option is also available. We don't have time data as of now, but if you have time data, you can use this. Y section, again, it is very much similar to the X section. Majority of the things are same. Grid lines,
Mhm.
grid lines we just saw. Reverse axis, same thing, upside down. And now if you see, okay, this is a good example. Wait. I'll take one more example where I'll show you the significance of this left axis and right axis, why we have this and how they are important. Okay, but for now, Jara, basic understanding, just consider the left axis part where we have both the measure types under the left axis, order count and order item count. Left axis is in this one. And right axis is empty, that is okay. We'll come to that later. Same options we have here. Show access name, show access value. If I turn it off, that value will be gone. If I turn this off, this values will. Okay. This to be honest, I'm not sure, this is never used access name XY access format. So most majority of the times this are kept blank. Okay. So if you see here now, like by default, the density as in the values that you see here
Yeah.
are automatically decided by Looker. So based on the data right now, if you see the gap is of 20,000, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1 lakh and like that. But if you want to customize that, that option is also available. If you want to set it to like 25,000, 5,000 gap, so that you can provide here. That you can do via this minimum or maximum value, or you can adjust through this path. So if I increase, the gap is reduced. So right now the gap is only 5,000. If I reduce this, the gap is 50,000.
Okay.
Okay. One more thing is you can provide the reference line, because many times it happens is every business has the threshold values that in any case, even the worst scenario, my this target should be met anyhow. My average total sales or total count should be 50,000 in any case. Like that's my threshold. And I want to compare how my current data is progressing according to that my threshold value. You can add the reference line. The moment you add the reference line, here there is an option to add reference line. Once you click on that, this parameter, this pop-up comes up, which says reference line, the type again, you can select the line or range or line with margins. Mostly for reference line, you select the line option. If you see this on our visualization, we see the line by default here.
Okay.
And it is set to 32,893. Looker automatically considers the average of the data.
Okay.
And now if you see, at least in this scenario, we are good, because if you see complete order is above the average and all other statuses, cancel, return, shipped and processing are below the average.
The average.
Okay. And here they have the option like, do you want to consider the median or the average or minimum, maximum, or some custom visualization that you can select. Okay. And you can add multiple reference line. Okay. So based on your business scenario, you can add multiple business, reference lines. And of course, this is self-explanatory. You can align this left, right, center. If I do center, it will be in the middle. If I left, it will be displayed here. If I go to center again, it will be here and right. Okay. Next option is trend line. Trend line is basically trend line is basically your to show the trend of your business values, how they are performing. So okay. Trend line is nothing but it will show you the trend. Now there are multiple calculations behind the scenes. So based on which model or based on which logic you want to show the trend line, that you can select here. Is it through moving average, where you consider average of some period, let's say last 14 days, 10 days, 5 days, if you want to show based on that, or if you want to show based on linear or exponential. Trend lines are useful or displayed on time frame data. When you are showing data for 12 months, 18 months, 6 months, or last 30 days data, that time trend lines are used. Okay, see that example also when we cover the line chart. Okay, so that's it as far as customization is concerned for any visualization type. For all other visualization type, the customization is more or less similar. Okay, so now our visualization is ready. I'll save it to my dashboard and then we'll move to other visualizations. Other visualization will be quick because rest everything remains same. The customization part and everything. Only few changes in visualization and that's it. So if you just observe, now I'm creating the dashboard for the first time. So I in the settings, I clicked on save and I selected this option as a new dashboard. I have to provide the title. Yes. And like I have the option to where I want to store it. I'll store it to developer student, which is my personal folder. So our dashboard is created, business pulse. This is our visualization. We'll just resize it and save it. Okay. Now moving on to other visualizations. We'll start quickly with the bar chart. And now something else. Let's see how many cities we have. Quite a few. We got use this. Let's go to okay. Okay. So for this one, we'll see traffic source wise. There's a traffic source column in our table that we'll be using. I'm showing traffic source wise user count. So which user signed up or ordered our product, like how they came to know about our website. So that analysis we are showing. So based on the traffic source, I'm showing the user count. It is email, display, Facebook, organic, and search. And accordingly, I'm showing the user count split. And this time I'm selecting bar chart. Very much similar. We are not changing anything. If you see here, I just selected the bar chart. That's it. Rest everything remains same. The customization and everything remains exactly similar. So I hope that's clear. I'll just change the space because this bar is like huge. Once I do this, again it is simple. This time I'll select on care icon. I'll say save, but I'll select the second option. Existing dashboard. I have to provide the title and then I'll go to my folder and I'll save it to my existing dashboard and save to dashboard. The moment I do this and hit refresh, the tile will automatically populate here. Okay. So we'll resize all of them at once. Let's move on to the other visualization, which is line chart. So majority of the times, the visualization that we'll be using is single value KPI, column chart, bar chart, line chart, and to some extent donut.
Mhm.
So line charts are used when you want to, you know, track changes over short period or long period of time. Whenever it is for time based or date based or duration based, that time we use the line chart. So for that, what I'll do is I'll pull the, let's say, month, and I'm restricting it to, let's say, which year's data we have. Okay, so we have data for only 1 month in 2023, rest is 2022. Okay, so just add filter. I'll tell you all of this. Okay, the filter part we have not covered yet, but I'll show you that too. So I'm showing the month, and I'm showing the that particular month. So by default, Looker selected the column chart, which is okay, but I don't want that. I want the line chart. So I can do that. Okay, this is the line chart. If you see here, now you see the spread, right? Like over time, how we were performing in 2022 Jan and how we are performing now. So you see, we are very much in the uptrend. It's not
Mhm.
like this. So let me bring more data. So that's all. Okay. So I've added data from Jan 2021 till date, as in we are having only till 2023. But this is how it looks like, right? So if you see, we were in the uptrend, very much in the uptrend
Yep.
throughout, and there was a sharp fall in 2023. And after that, we don't have the data. That's why you're seeing visualization like this.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So this is again same customization options we have, very
Mm.
much similar, where we can select the this thing, hide the label, show the label, limit the data, all of that, with few changes here and there, of course, but majority of the part is same. One
Okay.
option is, if you see the changed one, is in the points. Like whenever you select this, you get the point style, and there are three options. By default, it is selected to none. If you select field, you'll see the dots. For every month, you will see this dots. If you select outline, it won't be filled. It will be something like this.
Okay.
Okay. Now, one more very important thing. Again, this is applicable to column chart. This is applicable to bar chart. You're seeing the value, right? Total revenue, and you're
Mhm.
seeing by month. I'm seeing from Jan 21 till March. What I want to understand is, in the same graph, I want to understand the spread, how my female users perform and how my male users perform. So based on gender, I want to understand what was my total revenue, gender wise, over time, but in the same graph. So right now we see data over time, but we are not seeing gender wise. So I want
Mhm.
to understand on this, how much was the share of female, how much was the share of male. So for that, if I go to users, I have that gender field. If I select this and I hit run, I see data like this. One section for male, one for female, one for male, one for female. from this I can't make out right easily like
True.
what exactly. So this is not visually appealing. So in this case, what we do is we bring that particular field that we are interested in. You will click on this gear icon on that field and you will say pivot. Click on this and hit run. You'll see the visualization changes completely and it is more readable now. So now you see the difference in the same graph.
Okay, okay.
Green is male, blue is female. You'll see females always outperform the male here. Only one point that was like very much on the same lines. Otherwise, they have always outperformed. So I'm getting more revenue for my business from female users. So this is how you can understand like, what we understand from this. So when you want to show comparison on the same graph, this is applicable for column, bar, and line and area chart as well for that matter. You have to bring that dimension and just pivot.
Okay.
I select this, save existing. Okay. After line, we have line area chart. Area chart is nothing but a filled or colored version of line chart. If I click on area, we'll see
It's good. Yeah.
this field. Rest everything remains same.
Same.
No changes. Let's save this as well. So that's the reason I told you last time. This visualization is the simplest thing that we can do in Looker. There are few clicks here and there, and everything is sorted. Okay. Now coming back to the next visualization type, which is pie chart. If you see here for the same data set or the same dimensions and columns, it says cannot have pivot on pie chart. Deselect the pivot and run again. So of course, not every data set or every result set will be compatible with every visualization type. This is one of the example for that. Now what I'm doing is I will remove one. I don't want this, and I will unpivot this gender. If I hit run, so I'm seeing gender wise total revenue in the pie chart.
Pie chart. Okay.
Now this is not over time. This is complete, like for complete from Jan 21 till December 20. On the live chat, what we saw is it was time based, monthly how the performance was.
Yep.
This is for complete duration. So very much similar. Again, you can change the labels. So earlier you were saying like this, female 53%, male 43%. If you want to, go close to that, it is just a different way to showcase your legends. You'll directly see here female and male. Okay. And again, inner radius, outer. I'll tell you the significance of inner radius in this scenario. It is important. So other options very much remains same. Okay. And of course, you have option to rename it. Something like this. If you want to change it, you can do it in the label. You don't have to do in the LookML. Click on here, save again, existing. Let's see. Now we'll see the donut chart. It is very much similar to pie. And if you see here in the visualization, you won't find donut chart directly. Okay. If you see here, you will not find donut chart, that single donut chart here.
Yeah.
But you can convert your pie chart to donut chart very easily with this inner radius option. It says you can provide value anything between 0 to 100. It says 70. It's converted to donut. Simple, like just playing with the customizations. Your pie is converted to donut. Rest everything remains same. Okay, please stop me if you feel we are going fast on any of the visualization. Let's see how our dashboard is looking right now. It might be quite a few tiles. Okay. We'll rearrange this in a minute. Okay. Other important visualization type that you'll be using quite often is single value, because that is what we use to showcase our KPIs.
KPIs.
Yeah. So let's check that. I'll again go with total revenue. In this case, I've selected the total revenue. I'll hit run. I see the value, and here also I see the column chart select, which I don't want. I'll select a single value. I'm seeing my total revenue value. Let's say we'll add something because we can't directly understand what this represents, right? This is revenue.
What happens if you select the table, the first option?
This one.
Uh-huh. Text. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, okay. Got you.
So I've just added a title here, so we understand what this exactly is.
Okay, okay. So we can only change the size and color of the font, right? We cannot change the style of the font.
And style as in the for
Like,
Arial or Robbie or something like that.
right?
Yeah, we can't change it.
Okay, okay.
Again, the theme and everything is very much similar. I just override the title. I provided this total revenue, and that's it. There's one more customization to this. I'll show you in a minute. If you see this value, this KPI value, it is populating here. If you see here for KPI, at least rest everything we can't customize the background color, but for KPI we can customize the background color. If you want to show this value and you want some background color so that it is visually appealing, we can do that. How we can do that
Is it only available for text? It's not a single value. It's
is
not available for charts.
no, it's not available for others. For single value, we can do that.
Oh, okay.
So if you see in formatting, and again, this is one of the workaround to add the background to the single value. We go to formatting, click on enable conditional formatting, and here you can provide the condition. I'll say if value is not null, then I want my background color as this, and font color as maybe okay. This is the great. This is
Oh, we can change both the.
yeah. I can change the color. I can change the background color. I can change the front color. That options are available. Okay. So this is how I'll change that.
Mhm.
I have to provide the condition. If my value is not null, then show this in some background color and the front font color. Let's quickly arrange this. So whenever you want to arrange tiles on the dashboard, you click on three dots, edit dashboard, and then you can play around. If you hover, you will see this drag and drop option. So
Oh,
for every look, you will see that. So for here also I see it. So generally at the tops, we always show the KPIs. So we'll do the same thing here. So I've added two KPIs at the top, and for line chart, I have to. Again, there's no set rule. There's no thumb rule as such. It's completely on the theme that is followed at your organization, or whatever the developer thinks is the best. Or if you have a designing team, they will share the mockup with you already, so you don't have to spend your time on this. They provide the mockup, and you will do accordingly. So we bring this here.
Can you able to change by scale here, but just to make sure that completely aligned?
Uh, so
Like,
to make sure everything is aligned, whenever you move around things, there is a grid line populating behind the scenes. If you see here, you have
oh,
these grid lines. So
oh,
from that you will understand this is aligned or not. So there is no
oh.
scale access, but behind the scenes they have provided the grid lines.
But it's these grid lines are like they have more width, right? Can we also change that?
So you can change it to that particular. So you can reduce it by inch, but you can't go half. That's not available.
Oh,
You can
okay.
just by 1 inch. That one particular grid line has that 1 inch of range. You can change. You can reduce by that 1 inch or increase by 1 inch. You can't go half. That's not possible.
Okay.
Okay. Majority of the visualizations we have seen that KPIs, bar chart, line chart, area, pie, donut, all of that. One important visualization again you'll be using majority of the times, that is table visualization, because users are familiar with the row and column format,
Yeah.
and that's where table visualizations comes into play. So we'll see that example also. Uh, okay, so I'm considering the created date, and I'm considering, okay, instead of created date, let's go with first first name. I'm showing users data basically: first name, last name, their age, their gender, and country maybe. If you see in the visualization, automatically the table chart is selected. Okay. So as Looker saw that the fields are more, so by like there are high chances that this will be converted to table visualization. That's why the table visualization is. If you see here, if you hover on this icon, you'll see the first one is the table visualization.
Mhm.
You can customize this again. You can select the predefined themes that are available. We have white, which is by default. We have gray. If you see here the headers, to some extent the gray color is added. Majority of the times, if you want to go some little fancy, you can go with classic. There are
Oh,
more customization options in tab 2 or in Looker Data Studio, but that is not available on Looker Original. Looker Original was mainly created with the purpose of analysis and providing all the data to the users in the first place. It was not created to create some modern dashboards. That's why you might feel that these dashboards are okay, but they are not modern, and they never created it to showcase or pitch to the end users as a modern dashboard. Okay.
okay. So
So
it's done in Looker Studio.
yeah, Looker Studio we can do that. We'll see that also.
Okay.
Yeah. In our coming sessions, we'll see that part as well. So we have selected table theme. I've set it to classic. If you want to truncate text, you want to size. Of course, right now like we have less columns, so it doesn't make sense. But if you want to size column to fit, or you don't want to size column to fit, this option you can select. Okay. And again, option. Okay. So one thing that you can do is, let's say for this first name, I want to rename it to something else that is available. We have done this for many visualizations where we rename it to something else. But
Mhm.
as you told me that for my font text option we don't have, we can't change the text type like Arial or something, that we can't do that. But you can add that bold. italics or underline, that is available. So if I set it to bold, the values are seen in bold. If I set it to italic, they are the right. But this is available only for the table visualization. Okay. And you can do customization based on each field. So if you see here, for first name, I'm changing it to pink color. So my background is only changed for first name. For others, it is still constant. Okay. So these options we can, these customizations we can do. Any questions here?
No.
Okay. And of course, you can also do the alignment left, center, or right. Based on the alignment that you select here, see the first column value changes. Right now, I'll select center, that value is in center. Again, I'll select left, that value is in left.
How about the label?
This one, this first name, last name.
Mhm.
I don't know. We can't change that. The
Oh,
alignment can't be changed for that.
oh,
Okay. So same options if you have for all the this thing, all the fields that are selected.
okay.
Again, formatting, conditional formatting. We have conditional formatting is basically used for creating heat map kind of things. Wherever, let's say you have a table visualization where you are also showing a measure value, let's say total sales, and you're showing users data and your total sales column, and your threshold is that highlight all the users whose total order value was more than 50,000, maybe, just for example. So you can pitch them and provide them additional discounts, and they are provide like doing quite a few shopping from your website. So that also you can do. So just to show you that, I'll bring the total revenue field. I'll hit on. So right now I'm seeing users first name, last name, their age, their gender, their country, and the order value of that particular user. So 10358 and all of that. Let's set a benchmark. Mm, I want to highlight all the users. If value is greater than, let's say, we'll set it to how much? 50. Okay. This. Okay. What I did, I wanted to highlight all the users whose value is more than $50.
Oh, okay.
I
So we
added measure.
yeah, for conditional, okay. So we can either change background or okay, the
Yes,
font.
you can highlight. Yeah, you can
Okay,
change both of them. Even that is possible.
okay,
Background and font color. So you can highlight those users. Your leadership will understand. Okay, these are the users who are purchasing, or vice versa. You can highlight the ones with the least order value. So you can go ahead and like send some promotions on their email or their mobile.
okay.
One more very important thing. Now I've created this visualization. I've selected this age field, gender field, country field. I've brought that in my data window. For some reason, I want to keep this here on my like user's age. I want to keep it here in the data window, but I don't want to show in the visualization here. What
Mhm.
you can do is you can click on this gear icon. You will say hide from visualization.
Okay.
So now my first name, last name, age is gone from here in the visualization. It is still present here, but it is not present.
So when users download the data, right? So
Yeah,
will they
they
see?
won't see age. They won't
Oh,
see age.
CH. Okay, this is only for our reference.
Correct. For
Oh,
developers.
okay.
Once I do this, again, same thing. Click on this gear icon. Click on save, existing, personal folder, dashboard, and um, okay. So my table chart is populating here, and I see all the values and all the highlights as well. in one. Okay, we already over one up. That's okay. So next time when we connect, I'll show you the filter options that we have on Looker Original on dashboard specifically. We'll see how to save this as a look as a single report and how to add the filters, how we can schedule the dashboards, how users can download the dashboards, and all of it.
Okay.
If you have any other question, please let me know right now or whenever we connect next time.
Okay, no problem. Yeah.
Okay. You can try this visualization. You don't have to do any LookML change. You can just play around. This is simple drag and drop, and you'll understand very easily. So as you have experience in Tableau, there's no rocket science here, so it's very simple. Okay. So last time, if you recall, we saw some of the visualization types, and we created a dashboard on top of it, where we created single value KPI, column chart, bar chart, pie chart, donut chart. We discuss about the customizations that we can do. We can adjust the length, we can reverse the axis, we can show or hide the legend. We can change the degree of the values that are displayed on x-axis, y-axis. So we saw all of that. So visualizations are not only limited to those types. There are few more visualizations. Couple of them we'll discuss today, and there are then few options that we can do specifically for dashboards. And there are high chances you would be having that kind of scenario when you work on your project. So we'll cover that part as well.
Okay.
So this another visualization. Last time I guess we stopped at the table chart, table format, table visualization, where we pulled some of the columns, some of the dimensions and measures, and then we created a table visualization on top of it. So, okay, starting with other visualization, there's one more which is known as word count. What that does is, I'll just show you on the explore first.
Word count.
Yeah. So what that basically means is, let's say I pull traffic source and I pull. Okay, let me show you values for traffic source first. There are 5 distinct values for this column. We have display, email, Facebook, organic, and search. So basically, they just want to know that users enrolled for this or signed up for this or ordered this through which, like, there are multiple ads running, right? So through which source actually. So I've pulled the traffic source, I've pulled the user count. So if you see, majority of the users came through search. After that, it is organic, Facebook, email, and display. Now, what this word count does is, if you see the data, search was maximum. That's why it has the maximum font size. Then it was organic, then Facebook, then email, and then display. You won't be using this quite often. This visualization is not very much popular or recommended one, but this is also an available option. So I just wanted to show you that word count. Now, this is limited to traffic source which has 5 distinct values. If I remove this and if I, let's say, introduce state instead of that source, the dimension with the maximum value will be displayed in the highest font size. So if you see here,
is it only limited to the I mean, like, can we apply to the shapes also, not only for
you
this?
can't like shapes as in, I didn't get your question.
Like any if it is like if California, if we can assign a shape to California, right? If it, I mean, just only this, but like
Okay, some different shape or some highlight or something like that. No, you can't do that. So
text.
based on the measure that you pull in, it will just adjust the font size. So you can't add some extra shapes here.
Okay, that can be applicable only for the text, not to the shapes,
Correct.
right? Yeah, okay.
Correct. So see, this is not the visualization which is recommended or widely used, because if you see, you see California and few other states, but rest everything you're not even able to read, right? Which all
Yeah,
states are available. If I just hide
true.
this, you
Those
won't
are,
be able to, yeah,
yeah, true.
you won't be able to make out. So this is not recommended one. It is okay if you have around like 10 to 12 distinct values, and then you are showing its user count. It's
Mm.
just another way, but this is not mostly used visualization.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. So we saw the word count. We saw single record already. There's another visualization which is map visualization. So this is also available in Tableau. This is also available in Power BI and in Looker too. So map visualization is nothing but on the geographical map, you will see that uh, value based on the corresponding measure that is selected. So let's create this. If I select the same field, state, and
Mhm.
if I select the same field, count, which is coming from users view only, and if I hit run, so if you saw by default, Looker selected this map visualization option because it saw that there's a state option, like a state selected here. And let me zoom in a bit. So here is the range created. If you see, it's from 1 to around 12K.
Mhm.
And uh, so let me show you the data point as well. Okay. So state with the highest value is populated in red. Then you have the range. So it starts with green. It's for some states which are falling under the mid range will be yellow. Then towards the end where we have maximum value, it will turn into pure dark red. If it is little less, then it will be little light, and that's how it is displayed. So if you see here in this map visualization also, you will see
Yeah.
dark green, light green, and everything. Okay.
Can we change these colors, like pattern,
Yes.
like okay,
Yeah, yeah, we can. We can.
and even range also.
Yeah, range also. So if you recall, we had the uh, themes for table visualization. Same thing we have for maps as well.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So right now I change it to dark instead of the default one. I have changed it to dark. You have many options here. Dark, no labels, dark.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So you can select any theme that is already available out of this. By default will be light.
Oh,
Okay. If you want to change the position, like you want to set it to particular latitude, longitude, and zoom level, you can provide that in the map position. But by default it is fit to data, and it is recommended to keep as fit to data. So what happens is, whenever you create a visualization, we set it something like this. We zoom in to the part that is highlighted as per our data, and then we save it to dashboard or look for that matter.
oh,
Okay. So map scale indicator, we are not very sure like what exactly does this, because this again map visualization is not widely used, because ultimately we are interested in numbers and the states where we show it under the column chart and the bar chart. But I'll check this on documentation and let you know like what exactly this map scale indicator does.
okay. And I have a question here, because something similar we have done in Tableau too, but I don't
Yeah.
know that are available here or not. When we give like a street, address, right? Will it pinpoint to that particular address, or do we have to give the exact points
Uh, when you give what street, I didn't get you. Can you repeat?
address? Like you see, right now it's only it is a zip code level, right?
It is at
But
state level. State level, not zip.
yeah, no, we also have like zip codes, right? But
Yes.
if we also have like street address,
Hmm.
like exactly, let us say like a
Yeah,
one residential
yeah,
address,
yeah,
any
yeah.
So will it automatically takes, or should we
No.
give?
It won't take unless you have the latitude and longitude
Oh,
details. We need to have that latitude and longitude details, only then it will be able to show it
oh,
on map.
okay.
It
So
won't be based on the zip code.
okay, so we should collect that from third party, like or like from Google.
From that data set you can, yes, from open data sets you can fetch, because
Oh,
understand this, this is a geographical map where data for all countries are displayed, and there are many areas having zip code in different countries. Same zip
yeah.
code available for a street, or for that particular street in US also, Canada also, and maybe some other country also. And Looker don't know, like, should I point it to Canada or this US country.
So
This is the case with other visualization tools as well. So you should be buying that zip code with country, with state. Only then it will show on the map.
okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. We can provide the value colors again. And you see. So you were asking, right? Can we change this color? So we can do that right now. Earlier it was green to red. Now I changed it to green to yellow. So you
Okay.
can provide the value colors here. And when we say quant size this colors, let me turn it off. So just check this axis right now, from 1 to 12 to 30, like 12K. You see, we start with green, slowly it slide green, then we start with light yellow, and towards the end it's dark yellow. But once I enable this toggle, this option here, it is straight away like 50-50. For 1 to around 6K, it will be green. Above 6K, it will be yellow.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Can we also give like a midpoint, like if we want to put it 75%, not the 50%, so that also we can change the midpoint.
Okay. Yeah, we can check this. So, so you're saying the mid one we want different value, for the start we want different value, and towards the end we want different color, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So that is what we are having by default. If you see here, we are having a palette theme, and based on color you can identify. Like, even if you don't look here, and if I just zoom in, you will understand by color that this this Montana, this Great Falls, is darker compared to Washington
Mhm.
or Oregon, even though all is green. But you can, once we add it to a dashboard, we are able to make out. If you see this Illinois, and if you compare to this, the Nebraska, Nebraska is darker than Illinois. So you are having at least three colors here: dark yellow, dark green, and the light green. This is California, the darkest, then this Illinois, and this maybe Washington or Great Fall, or other states. So that is already done.
No,
Okay,
I mean
you
only
see this.
two colors. But if I want to put it like 10,000, right? Up to 10,000 is green. After 10,000 to 12,000.
Oh, conditional. You mean conditional? Okay, yeah, no, conditional options we don't have here.
Okay.
Like we have for table chart, that conditional option we don't have.
Okay. Okay. That's what.
Okay, so I hope this would be clear. Like, you don't have any questions here.
Mhm.
And so the visualization that we have covered are mostly used 90% of the time. You won't go outside that. And there are couple of visualizations available on your marketplace which you might use. So those are some fancy ones. So the look and feel will be little fancy compared to the default visualization. But outside that, just let me show you this as well, if it's available on Sandbox. So something like this. Of course, we can't install on our Sandbox instance, but this will be available on your Looker instance provided by organization. So you have histogram visualization, which is available on your marketplace, which you can use. You just have to install it and select the right data. You will be able to see, like here the example they are showing, residents who are having like greater than or equal to 1 year of college, and it is showed against some rent that they are paying. So we are showing the correlation here. We use this histogram to show the correlation. So you can install that kind of visualization from your marketplace.
Oh, okay.
It,
When you say we can install, so is it going to be like a paid or like how
no,
does
no, it's not paid. You can install it.
okay,
So
doesn't
in your
cover-
license cost that is already covered.
okay.
So you don't have to like it won't be like your extra charges or nothing like that. You can directly install. It's just that it is available on Looker Marketplace. So Looker would have that or add that visualization by default.
Okay. So whenever we need it, so we will have to go search for it.
And it is a one-time activity. So
Oh,
anyone in your access to that Looker Marketplace, if they install it, will be available for all other users. So if
no,
you do it,
it's available for all users. So it's on cloud only.
yes,
Not
everything is cloud-based. Yes.
okay.
So that is not user specific. It won't be like once you installed, uh, only you are able to access. For everyone else to access, they have to install themselves. That's not the case.
Okay.
Okay. And this is one of the important visualization which you can explore on your commercial instance. And because at times you want to show multiple KPIs because you are comparing the sales, its average cost, profit, loss, and other financial measures. So it is important and we are quite useful visualization, which is mostly used. This is known as multiple value visualization. So you're showing multiple KPIs under one roof. Okay, so you can try this on your instance. I'm sure like your instance will be connected to some data set by now. So you might have access to some data, even though if it is test data. Just try to like explore your Looker marketplace and you'll
Okay.
see all this visualization. Try to install and see.
I can able to install. It says cannot install, right?
No, no, on Sandbox we cannot. I'm telling on your actual instance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
company's instance.
Yeah.
That's there. Yeah,
So that
that one there you can try.
okay. I don't have access to that yet. So
Oh, you don't have access to your portal?
no, we still figuring out whether to go with Looker or because initials like first steps are like once we learn Looker, we want to create some dashboards and then present to the users. I don't know it because when compared to like in Tableau, right? They already expect a lot. So and
Correct,
there are a lot of dashboards in Tableau right now.
correct,
And
correct, correct.
so when they see when they know the functionality differences between Tableau and Looker, once they are okay with Looker, and they will go ahead.
Okay.
So we
Looker
are
is not only limited to Looker Original, you can also have that Looker Studio. So it is very much similar to Tableau.
yeah. So it might take some time. I think looks like they have
Yeah.
been saying from last year, but slowly.
Initially, it is the case with majority of the organization. It feels like Looker is little difficult or little tricky to understand and work with, but the functionality and the features it offers. Again, if your motive is not the smart and modern dashboards, the other functionality and features that it offers is it's really great compared to Tableau or Power BI.
Oh, so
So, Mhm.
okay. So look and feel if they see. So can they expect more from Looker or like can they see more in Looker or Tableau? Like I don't know. Yeah.
Look and feel if you want that. I told you like smart and modern dashboards, go with Looker Studio,
Okay,
but
Looker
it has to be like we have your right data set and everything that semantic layer and everything is designed. Go with Looker Studio. It will have very much similar look and feel to Tableau. You can create smart stuff there. You can have that multiple themes and all of that. And
Okay.
Original, you can't do that because Looker Original is designed with a different purpose altogether. It
Oh,
acts as a complete data product where you're providing the explores so that user can access their own data, do their own analysis. Then on top of it, you can create a visualization. And best part is the data security thing. So like, having different brand like user from brand A and brand B, both of them will access the same dashboard. But brand A won't see B's data, B won't see A's data, and you can limit the accesses at explore level, at field level, at measure level, all of that. So, and again, one of the we'll see that in version control, multiple developers can work at once without your code being broken and all of that. So, it's
they're plan- right now they're planning for Looker Studio only, but even for Looker Studio, we should know all these like LookML and then Looker.
not really, no. It's okay if you don't have understanding, like complete understanding of LookML. Uh, if they're planning Looker Studio, right, then where will your data be residing?
Uh, uh,
So
um,
will it be like in Tableau we have that custom SQL, right? When we have add that custom SQL and then on top of it we create the visualization. Will it be like that, or will it sit under some cloud database? Then some semantic layer will be created and you would be pointing to that. How will that work?
yeah, right now we are using different databases, right? A SQL Server or Accessible or like a Oracle. So
Hmm.
it's going to be the same thing. I'm not
Okay.
sure the
Okay.
clear. Maybe there are plans, but I don't know because I'm new to Looker, so I don't know how it works. So maybe I don't know.
Okay. Looker Studio, see, you can connect directly to your Excels. You can connect directly to your Looker Studio can directly be connected to Looker as well. Even that is option. So
Okay.
there might be a case that you do the modeling at Looker level, which is Looker origin that
Oh,
we have already seen, right? In the model.
okay.
So we have done this data modeling here where we have joined multiple tables. So
Oh,
Looker Studio can also connect to your order items explorer. So once you
oh,
connect it, you will get all these fields there on Looker Studio.
okay.
And then you can do
So
your
we do all data modeling part only in Looker Original, even though we use Looker Studio.
yeah, data modeling. If you want to connect to semantic layer, you have to
Oh,
do it in Looker. Otherwise, if you have this done or created in your cloud databases, then you have to connect to that table. You don't have to connect to Looker.
okay, okay. No, it doesn't need to be only cloud database, right? Looker Studio can support all like any.
Yeah, it can support. Yeah, yeah, it can support on-prem also. It can support Excel also. It can support cloud database also.
Oh, okay.
So no issues there.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay. We'll see Looker Studio also in our coming sessions. It
Mm,
will be we have one session dedicated for Looker Studio as well. We'll see that.
okay.
Okay. So we saw all these visualization types. Majority will be like it's simple drag and drop, simple few clicks here and there, and we our visualization is created. This is one of the sample that I've attached here. So if you see at the top, we have the KPIs, we have
Yes.
the free,
Mhm.
and okay, one more thing I'd like to show it to you specifically for dashboards.
So Looker Studio is advanced version of Looker Original. Is it introduced
Yes,
late?
yes. Looker Original came first. After that, Looker Studio. So earlier it was known as Data Studio. Now it is known as Looker Studio.
Oh,
Okay. So there are a couple of things specifically for dashboards and looks I would like to highlight. If you see here, this is one of the sample dashboards that we have, right? We have some KPIs, some visualization, some donut chart, table chart, and column chart. Now there are few things that you can do on this. If I click on edit, you see at the top I have the okay, even before edit, you see I have some filters added here for state, city, brand. If I go here, I of course I'm not seeing anything for brand, but if you see for city, in the drop down I see all the cities. And if I select a particular city and hit run, my data for all the visualizations is getting updated and it will be only limited to that particular city. See my visualization change for like because I've applied the filter for this add-on city. So like this, you can add multiple filters. You can add multiple values for that filter. If I want to go with multiple cities, I can do that and I can hit update. Now question is how can I add this filter here? How can I add filters to my dashboard so that can be used by my end users? So you can do that. First, what we need to do once our dashboard is created, we click on these three dots, click on edit dashboard. At the top, you will see filters option. I click on filter. I
They
see
they don't add when we save a look right to the dashboard. They don't add by default.
no.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Now, at the top, we see filters. We click on that. Then first option, add filter. And then you will see all the fields that are available. Now, let's say add filter for gender maybe. Don't have that. So I'll select gender. Now there are multiple ways how you can showcase the filter. It will be a drop down or it will be in direct you're showing the values side by side and then end users can select. So right now keeping control as button group. How button group looks like this. So the values will be displayed as a button in a button format. You can change it to checkboxes, then it will look like this, or to tag list, which will look something like this. Or you have single selection, radio button, or button toggle, or drop down. So you have multiple options like this. So let's then select button group. And then one important thing that I wanted to show you here is tiles to update option. All the tiles that are available right now on our dashboard, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiles. If you see here, these are known as tile. This is one tile. This is another tile. This is third, fourth, fifth,
Look,
six tiles.
okay.
6 tiles we have. But there are times where you don't want that filter to be applied to a particular tile. Rest every tile you want to update, but you don't want couple of tiles to update based on that filter. Reason being, let's say you're showing top 10 records, and that is not restricted to a country or something like this. Or you're showing top 10 countries based on some your sales or total revenue. And if you have filter of country, it does not make sense, right? If you select USA, the top 10 visualization is gone. The
Yeah.
purpose is defeated because you'll be only showing data for USA, but your title says it is top 10 country. So at that time, what you can do is you can add that filter because you need it for other KPIs, but for the you need for other tiles. But for the tile that you don't need, you'll simply go to tiles to update. Let's say I don't need it for new users acquired. I don't want this gender filter to be applied then. I select this, I'll say do not.
Oh, okay.
So no matter what value is selected in that filter, this new users acquired will not update it, will not be influenced by the filter value for this new filter I've created.
Oh.
And then you can add it. Once you add it, that filter will start populating here. You will save it. Then you will select. I'll select the value and I'll update. Now everything else is getting refreshed if you see, but this one is not refreshed because this is not dependent on the filter. I've already said don't update this when this filter value is select. Okay. Any questions here?
Mm. Yeah, one more thing I wanted to ask you is like, okay, so when we create like a let's say like a text view, right? There is a limit, right? Row limit, like up
Yeah.
to 1,000 or 5,000 or something like
Yes,
that.
also. Yes.
8,000. There is a limit, right? So when we
Yes.
bring in here the loop, right?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
will it will apply to only 5,000, or when we apply
Yes.
to us, we can see more. It like it
No.
will filter only within that 5,000, or like if let us say if we have data, actual data is 10,000, but we are
Okay.
when we save look, right,
Mhm.
so we limit to only 5,000, or after we apply filters here we can able to like filter within 10,000.
Okay. The filters are applied to all the rows. May it be 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, anything. The
Okay,
filter is applied to everything.
so here it will apply to everything, right, all the data.
On the
Okay,
data or here as well. Whenever you add filter here as well, it is applied to everything. Like, no matter how many rows you have in the backend, that filter is applied to all the rows.
okay,
Only when you're showing that data, showing that result set, you're showing
okay,
5,000.
5,000. Okay,
Okay. So this is how we add the filter. And one more thing I'd like to highlight here is if you again you have to make any change to anything, any tile or any or like any part of the dashboard. First thing is you click on this three dot, click on edit dashboard, and then you can do the changes. Now, if you want to add a title to your dashboard at times, because it's a standard practice, you start with title, then with single value KPIs, and followed by other visualizations. So you can add a title. So this is how you add text to your dashboard. Okay, we have
okay,
if you click on add tile, there are options. If you want to add a visualization or a text, I selected text as I wanted to add a title, and then you can of course play it around. Like we can move it where we want to show it. So I've added this title, and I'll click on save. Once you save it, it is available. It is saved for that particular tag. Okay.
okay. And I have one more question. So when we create a look by using like order like order items, right?
Order items explode. Yeah.
So I created a like a view using only order items, not any other explores. So
Okay.
once bring in here, like once I saved as a data dashboard, can I
Hmm.
also use a filter from users even though I don't use the data source?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
So right now, if you see in the filters itself, this gender is coming from users only.
Yep. Hmm.
Gender is coming from users view.
Yes. So even though we don't use users here anywhere, but still we can use the data source like
We can
that.
yes,
Okay.
yes. That but ultimately the filter will be applied if we have that particular value in your
Yeah. Yeah.
recording.
Yeah. Mhm. Got it.
Like it's okay. You can use different data sources, but if you're using gender there, we should have gender data here.
Mhm.
Otherwise, the data won't be filtered. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, and good question, yeah. So this is what I want to make here as well. So if you see here right now we are selecting that gender. It is from users. There might be a case that in different source it is named as some synonym to gender. So it's not that if you are using gender filter here, it should be binded with that gender title only. If it is with some different title like people gender or something like that, that will
Mhm.
also it here. So you can bind your gender with some other value as well. Even that option is available.
Okay, okay.
So it is not limited to like I should have exact apple to apple name and everything should be similar. No, nothing like
Oh, okay. Oh, each data source we can able to select
this.
which one to look for.
Yeah.
Okay. Mhm.
Okay. Uh, Moving forward. So again, this is important as far as the dashboard delivery is concerned. So you can deliver the dashboard in multiple formats. Like there are multiple options available. Either use and mostly it is via email. You can set up a schedule via email, and you can add the recipients like this many executives should get the dashboard every morning or once in a week, once in a month, once in 6 months. You can customize the time frames. You can customize the format. If you want to share it in CSV, if you want to share it in PDF, all that options are available. So if you let us go back to the dashboard so you get more clarity. If you click on this three dots here, you will see there is option to schedule this dashboard. If I click on schedule delivery, I see email. Okay, this is sandbox instance. That's why we only see email, right? But on your actual instance, once you have the access, you can test this out. We have uh, multiple options. We can configure this on SFTP also. I'm not sure if you know SFTP, but it's a kind of a folder structure
Yeah.
where you can dump your file every day based on the
Mm.
cadence that is selected here. So if it is daily, weekly, monthly, based on the cadence, your file will be generated. Maybe consider it in CSV format, and then it will be dumped to that location.
Uh-huh.
And everyone having access to that SFTP folder can view that file. Another thing, I'm not sure whether you guys use Slack or not for communication, internal team communication.
Mhm.
It might be Teams, but majority organization use Slack as well. So you can configure this and send updates on Slack. So how your business is performing during peak season maybe, and you want that updates, and that should be known to everyone in your organization. We can send this updates on Slack also. If you select the time, you select the cadence, and then you select your Slack channel, and you have to do one-time authorization, and then you can send these updates on Slack also. Even that option is available.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay. Default one, just to see here, you have to select the cadence. I selected daily. At what time I want to share? Maybe 4 4 a.m. Destination will be email. You have to provide all the email addresses here to whom you want to share it, and then it is on you. Like, where is it a PDF? You want to show it, share it as an image, or you want to share it as a CSV zip file.
Mm.
Select the right option. Again, there might be a case that on your actual dashboard different filters are applied, but on schedule you want to apply the different filter. On my dashboard right now, I'm seeing data for male and female both, but while sharing the data to my end users, I only want to show maybe data for female or for male, anything. So I can modify that filter here in the schedule.
Okay, okay.
Even though my actual filter value is different, on my schedule I can change the filter value.
Oh,
And so in date also, let's say I'll say in last one complete days, and
oh.
then I'll go advanced option. If you want to add some custom message, maybe dashboard, maybe something like this, dashboard schedule. If you want to provide the links to the dashboard in your email, you can select this option or uncheck this option.
Mhm.
Okay. And also we have run schedule as recipient. So if you see the caption here, says recipients will receive data if they load the dashboard. So whenever if we enable this option, right, and if we have that particular user configured here in this email address, if they load the data, load the dashboard. When I say load the dashboard, if we click on this reload option,
Okay.
they will get the delivery. So
Oh, okay.
that's how it
When
works.
okay.
Yes.
Mm.
and expand tables to show all rows again. Last tables may rendered, you see this. Last tables may render as plain text or limit display rows. So it will be limited to 5,000. And again, the paper size, you want to share it with size A4, A1, A2, A3, A4, A5 that you can select from here. It is recommended by default you keep it to fit page to dashboard. Last, another important thing here is the time zone. I said 4 a.m. here, but 4 a.m., 6 a.m., which time zone?
Okay.
That you can specify here. So every day, 6 a.m. maybe UTC or Chicago time or any other time zone that you have to specify. And at that time, your report will be scheduled. Okay. Any questions?
No, not fine.
Okay. Now we saw this in dashboard, and if you, I'll also show for look. Okay, how to create a visualization, how to create a table visualization or any other visualization, that is very much similar. So you don't have to do it separately for look and some other way for dashboard. That's not the case. How you create the visualization is constant. It is similar. How you show it on your look and how many visualization types you can show is different, and based on your requirement you will see like should I go with dashboard or should I go with look. Now consider this example where I'm having only single table visualization where I'm showing three different fields: brand, users, and product. The now if I click on this gear icon in the save, I have three options as a dashboard, which we have already seen, to an existing dashboard. That option also we have already seen. This time we'll go with the third option, which is known as look. I'll again, the same window pops up. It asks you where you want to store it. I'll say my personal folder, and you have to provide the title.
Oh, can we also so users will have access to a look, right?
Look and dashboard both.
Yeah, look. So, but can we also set the filters same as dashboard to look on?
Yes, yes, 100%.
Doesn't need to be in a dashboard.
Yeah, of course. It's only that if your visualization is limited to one visualization, go
Then
with looks. If it is multiple, go with dash. You see here in look, by default, the filters that we have selected there on Explore, they're automatically applied here.
okay.
And if you want to change it, so now I'll click on edit. And let's say every time I want to filter by, let's say, certain state, Massachusetts. Now, every time this look is loaded, okay, by default, the state filter for Massachusetts is applied by default. Now,
Because
it's not that, yeah,
Mhm.
because we added it by default. Now, it is not limited to this. If the end users want to change it, they don't have to edit and change it. They can just remove this. They will click on this. They will see the drop down. They can select the different states and they can hit run. And then they will see the data.
Oh, okay.
Same for all the filters. This is very much similar to how we saw on dashboard. And one option that we don't have here in dashboard, we had that option, right? Tiles to update. Which tiles you want to be updated?
About to ask you, like adding some images or company logos. So, is it possible here?
On look, it is not possible. On dashboard, it is possible.
Okay. That's what I'm about to ask you.
Yeah. Now, in that case, if you have only single visualization, but you want to add your company logo, you want to add your title and do some like fancy images, go with the dashboard, even though your visualization is only limited to one. Go with the dashboard in that case, everything else remains same. If you see here, for look also, if we click, we have that option, create schedule.
Okay.
Here you see there are multiple options compared to a dashboard.
Mhm.
Right now you see email here, but in your actual instance you will see Slack, you will see your SFTP and your Amazon S3 bucket. All of that you will see here. Again, you can provide the email IDs, you can select the format, you can
Mhm.
select the trigger. Do you want repeating interval or data group update? We have not covered the data group parts, but not discuss that right now. We'll see when we cover the caching. And then we have this delivery, the schedule, daily, monthly, weekly, what time you want. Again, you can customize filters here. On schedule, I don't want Alaska, I only want Amber Valley. So I've selected that. And again, the time zone, in which time zone.
Oh,
Now, more important things here, which I would like you to focus on. If you see this option, it says send this schedule if there are results, there are no results, or there are like either. If there are results or no result, doesn't matter. So why
oh,
this is important is if on that particular date, let's say on 17th of December, when I run the dashboard at 6 a.m. Los Angeles time zone, there is no data. Still, my report is sent out, a blank report is sent out, which I don't want. So, what I'm specifying, if only if there are results, then send the schedule. Or in other case, you're not expecting that you don't have any sales for a single day, but still, if that is the case, you want to only then send. It is basically a kind of alert that you are setting that for this date there was no data received. Maybe some pipeline broke or something happened in the back end, like the source level. So in that scenario, you will select this option when there is no data at 6 a.m. Los Angeles time. Then for this Amber Valley state, only then send the schedule.
okay. So this is applicable when there is no data in the dashboard itself, right? But in
Yes,
some cases, so we have like a data updated every day, right? So,
correct.
but look at like last 7 days data.
Yes.
So if there is a file missing yesterday,
Hmm.
but it's not blank, report is not blank, but
Hmm.
still
But you
there is
don't have data for yesterday, and you want to get an alert that yesterday's data is missing.
Mhm, mhm.
In
Can you
that
set?
case, yeah, in that case, we can set up alerts. So
Okay.
I'll show you in our coming session how to set up an alert. We can
So
set up alert in that scenario.
okay, in that scenario, can we stop sending an email, like automated email by conditional?
You can't stop sending if there are schedules on top of it, and
Okay.
you have data for last 6 days, but for the 7 day, if you don't have the data, you can
Mhm.
you can't stop the schedule because
And get
Looker
the
will not be able to differentiate this. But you
okay.
can what we can do in that case is, let's say your schedule is sent out at 6 a.m. You
Mhm.
can schedule your alert at 5:30 that if my
Okay.
data is not received for previous day, give me an alert.
Okay.
So it will be
So
sent to your Looker developer. Once Looker developer gets the alert, they can stop the schedule manually
manually. Okay.
for that day.
Okay. Okay.
If you are staying a step ahead because our alert is triggered half an hour ago,
Okay.
your actual schedule time.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So in the advanced option, we can select that if there are results, there are no results, and there are results or no. One
Okay.
more important thing, if you see here in the limit, it says results in the table or all results. Right now, in my table visualization, I have only like 20 rows here, and you know our row limit is limited to 5,000. But
Mhm.
what if my particular condition I have 10,000 rows and I'm scheduling this and sharing it in form of CSV? In that case, CSV or Excel or even data table for that matter. In that case, if you want to showcase more than 5,000 rows, because this will be sent out as an attachment. They
Attachment.
will,
Yeah.
they will get an email. In that email, there will be attachment of that data that is present on that dashboard based on that time and time span. So if you want to have all the records, there are, let's say, 10,000 rows. You want to show all, add uh, 10,000 rows in that attachment, you will select this option which says all results.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Email options run schedule as recipient we already saw. Do you want to include the look link? If no, you can enable this option.
Oh,
Format
okay.
option,
Like
if you
link.
want to, yeah,
Okay,
because not everyone will have access to Looker. Unnecessary, you don't want to provide the links. So
okay, okay,
you can uncheck this.
okay.
Format options basically is if you want to apply visualizations on your CSV which is sent out, so you can select that option or unselect that option.
Okay.
Time zone is again important thing where you can select multiple time zones.
Mhm.
Your report as on that cadence, as on that time will run whenever you set up the time, let's say 6 a.m. So it's not like your schedule is exact, your report is exactly sent at 6 a.m. At 6 a.m., your schedule is triggered. Now, let's say you're queried to 5 minutes to run because your data set is huge. In that
Mhm.
case, your schedule, that CSV file will be sent out at 6:05 and not at 6 a.m. So,
Okay.
if you
Result.
yeah, if you want to share exact at 6 a.m., then just do the analysis like how much time daily it takes. Let's say 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 minute. Based on that, you will select this
Oh,
schedule.
okay.
And one more thing, it's not that you can only set up one schedule. Okay. So now
Mhm.
what I've done is here I've selected daily and 6 a.m. and if there are results or no results, I have saved it. Now I want another schedule on the same report. What I can do is I'll go to my schedules, edit your schedule. Here I have another option new. I'll
We can
select
use, okay, here itself. Mhm.
multiple schedules on the single look.
Okay. So
Okay.
here we can add a different format also.
Yes, you can add different format also. You can add different time also, different interval also, different advance option also, different time zone also.
Oh, okay,
All
okay.
that you can do. This will act as a different schedule altogether.
Oh,
And if you want to just test it, that if my data sent out is because, of course, once you add the executive's email, and once this is sent out to them, you won't be able to know like whether it is sent in the right format unless you also configure your email ID here.
yes. Mhm.
You don't want to do that. It is only limit to the executives, but you still want to see how this looks, a kind of a preview. What you can do is you provide all the details here and then just click on send test. But
Oh,
of course, instead of that executive's email, you have to provide your own email here and you click on send test. Once
oh,
you do that, copy like you will get to know how this will look like to your executives whenever they get an email. So you can do them in send test. Okay.
okay.
So today we saw the visualizations, the word count, the map visualization. We saw multiple options on dashboards, how we can edit the dashboard, how we can add a title, how we can add a filter but not update a particular tile, which we saw in the tiles to update. We saw looks, where we created a look, and then we saw how we can schedule this.
Scheduling.
Okay. Yeah. One more important thing. So let's say my this look is created, already created, right? Because I have this table visualization created in. If I want to add this to my one of the dashboards, that also I can do. I can simply say add to dashboard, and this is my dashboard. I'll say business pulse and save to dashboard. Now, if you check your business pulse dashboard, see this new look is added. So
Oh,
you don't have to, create this again from scratch and then add it to visualization. No. Your look is present, you can add it to your dashboard directly.
here we have added look, right? So if there is, okay, there is a dashboard with the different data sources. So, and I want separate set of filters for only this look. So we
Correct.
should add those filters.
Yes, you can. You can add that. In filters, you will see that separate data source option. Right now, everything is built on order items. That's why we see order items. If you
No,
are other,
uh, no. Should we see only on the top all filters, or can we show next to the dashboard? So wherever we want.
no,
Okay.
filters will be at the top only. You
Then
can't move those around.
how users will know this is only for that particular view?
Yeah, so that directly at first view they won't know that these filters are only for that view. But
Okay.
wha- you can of course customize this here, right? Tiles to update, you can do that. One more thing that you can do is you can add a note for users. How we
Okay.
do that? You click on this icon,
Mhm.
they add note. You can see here, gender filter is only applicable to this.
Oh, okay. Okay. Mhm.
Then you want to display maybe above visualization or something like this.
Oh,
So
okay.
like this, that note will be added.
Okay. Okay. So will that be possible in Looker Studio?
Yes.
Oh,
Moving around the filters.
filters.
No, no, no.
Okay.
Filters are at the top.
Only at
Else, test update if they have only any added anything for like if we can move around the filters on the canvas, I'll see that. But when we were working on it, the filters were available at the top.
okay.
Okay. If you just saw, I changed the note format altogether because that was not appealing, right? We were adding a note directly. So
Okay.
I just selected other option. Once user hover on this, they will get to know what it means. Okay,
Oh,
cool then. Any questions? Any more questions?
no, I'm fine.
Okay. Next time when we connect, we'll check the version control part. I'll show you how multiple developers can work at once in Looker, where we'll be working on different branches, and then I'll show how code is displayed to each user, how it is different from the production code, and how then it is deployed to production, and how then it is available to other users. It is
Oh,
nothing but the Git version control. We'll see
oh,
that. And if time permits, we'll also see on the same day. There are multiple filter options available specifically for explores, which we can add. Which we have not covered yet. So we'll see that part also.
okay. Yeah.
Okay.